Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing today? Happy Wednesday. No, is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday, isn't it? We are midweek. And it looks like it's going to be a good week, continuing on from today, I suppose. Well, maybe tomorrow, towards the end of the week. Yeah, it's the hump day today. Right. That button. And that one. And then there we go. 07. Happy Wednesday to you all. Let's see who's here first and foremost. Is that playing? It is playing. What have we got? Alcatraz, JJ, Sandman, DJ, Buck Rogers, Scott, Match, 07 YouTube. Good day to you both. To you all. And then over on Twitch we have Deacon, Sandman, Dendra, Mr. Bear Normal, Jones, Silent Blob, Gromer, JKT, Sizen, Shadow Strike, Mighty Steed, City Gamer, Owned, Neptune, welcome, thank you for joining us, Berry, Peanut, Joshua, APOC, Playing Catch Up, Marcon, Azrinth, MTT, and that looks like all of you. How are y'all doing? Thank you for the follow, by the way, Neptune. And Wenches, 07. Chris, welcome. Mike, how y'all doing? So yeah, kind of a quiet period right now while we're in between patches, as it's bi-monthly patch releases. So not as much information. Like by now, we would have another PTU if it was last year for the next patch. That's on its way. Cyborg, thank you so much for the 90-month resub. Whew, crazy. Yeah, 90 years. Oh, flipping heck. Thank you, sir. So, yeah, we would be on the way to another patch. We're not right now, but this week, as we have seen with This Week in Star Citizen, the video's just gone live covering... It's just basically a very quick announcement that I put out just to kind of keep people updated on what's happening this week, as there's not really much going on right now. But tomorrow, Thursday, we will have a Star Citizen live with with a member of the core pillar team being Thorsten. You've got a member of the mission team being Elliot, the lead mission guy. You've got a couple of members of the ship teams, John Crew, I think. Jet, thank you so much for the 63 months. Beers and party, please. Thank you. How are you doing today? Which should be an interesting one. And I'm hoping we'll hear about all the different other types of professions like towing, refining, for others, as the questions are asked, like further salvage, sort of dynamic salvage missions. I suppose things like beacons as well, and how that's going to tie into, or what if they're still going to call them beacons? They may not. Borktop, welcome. First time watching. Been watching content since the beginning. Ooh, bless you, my friend. Thank you for joining us over on YouTube. YouTube Live, that isn't it? Yeah, not Twitch. Thank you, sir. Welcome. And thanks for all the continued watching, by the way. So, that should be tomorrow. That's a Star Citizen Live, so it'll be at least an hour. Really looking forward to hearing what they have to say there, how they're going to tie it into missions, how the future of industrial gameplay continues. They will speak a bit about the industrial missions that have come in the 4.6 content drop, so that will take up a bit of time. But yeah, I'm hoping they can get a lot of our questions answered, a lot of insight into what's coming near term, like refining, and then further develop the engineering and the industrial side of things as well, because there's a lot to do, but they're on with it now, so that's could be exciting. And then either tomorrow, Friday, I mean, it may be tonight. I feel like it's going to be Friday. The tech preview will open up again for Ivacati, and it will be a combined crafting and inventory tech preview test. Just for Ivacati, so there's no, like, showing anything, but we can talk about it. I can put a video out talking about my experience, and with so many in the org now, members of Ivacati, we should, it all being well time-wise, if it's another, like, it drops at midnight or 11 and it goes on for 6 hours, I will miss it again. But if it drops and it's open for like a longer duration, like maybe I'm hoping they'll drop it on the Friday night and then keep it going over the weekend, then we can get in together. We can thoroughly test it, where we can have people mining, seeing maybe the quality values, if that's in, bringing them into the whole crafting situation, and we can start crafting things, working together to diagnose everything and figure it all out. Deacon, thank you so much for gifting Peanut a gift sub. 303 gift subs in this channel, Deacon. You are crazy, my friend. Much appreciated. And Deacon's actually working on a breakdown of what all the sort of current lead roles are in our org. So we have, like myself, we have Deacon, XO, COO, CFO, communications, logistics, all the different divisions. Deacon is doing a write-up, bless you, mate, explaining who does what, why they do it, what their role is, basically. Taz, how you doing? Welcome. You've got an Intel i3 7100. Personally, I don't know. Someone else will be able to answer that much better than I can. I feel like that might be it might struggle. Star Citizen is a CPU-intensive game, more so than it is GPU. So I would say i5 is minimum you want to be at. i3 may struggle with that. The free flight's on right now, though, isn't it? And my advice is create an account, download the game, and try. Try everything at low, and then sort of build it from there if it can. I'm assuming you've got an SSD or a SATA or an M.2 or something. Shenanigans, thank you for tipping it over that hype train, my friend. 44 monthly resub. Beers and party, please. Thank you, sir. Music's a bit loud. Yeah, sorry, Alcatraz. I was just thinking that's getting a bit loud. Thank you, sir. Thank you, APOC. Always happy to drop my experience in Evo Notes. Yes, I do appreciate that, guys. We have like an Evo Notes section on the channel. The Evocati know, do not put any footage, any screenshots, any sounds, or anything other than just explaining your experience. You can be as detailed as you want, just do not show anything, and you will be fine. So yeah, by all means, crack on with that. Even if I'm not able to play it, it really helps me hear what the current state is of things, and I can put that across in a video. Derek, good day, sir. How you doing? Special Cirques, welcome. Has anyone found a red envelope yet? I haven't looked. You found one on the Holiday Wreath area in New Babbage. Oh, so it's not just dotted around New Babbage like they used to be. Carl, how you doing? Definitely not with that CPU. Yeah, that's a shame. It is, as I say, a CPU-intensive game, so that's really the core fundamental baseline you want to achieve just to stand the chance of playing it. Not that it's like super extreme, it's just an i3 would struggle by the sound of things. Johnny, thank you so much for the cheer, my friend. Exclamation cheers! Thank you, sir. Bless you. I would like to be a plane if that's possible, though. Phasemaker, you crash finally. New PC is awesome. I need to figure out mouse sensitivity. Happy to hear. Dude, I crash finally. What does that mean? Oh, you crashed your ship. Is this the first time you're stepping into the verse face? Yeah, a 1 terabyte SSD will be fine. I would say just for starters, download the main game. Don't worry about any PTUs or test builds. Just go main game. And download Star Citizen. What's your GPU? What's your RAM? We will be doing soon, yeah, Blam. Sometime this week, I assume, it'll be crafting an inventory together. So how they work together. Because they are kind of hand in hand, aren't they? Like they say, they could bring one or the other. But ideally, it would be both, because they would be a nightmare. Toy Supras, how you doing? Just getting into Star Citizen. Oh, how long have you been playing for? Welcome to the verse, by the way. Metascallion, welcome. Christy, welcome. Coming back to Star Citizen Industry. I'm really liking these industrial missions. They can do with improvements, and they can do with expanding. But yeah, I'm very excited to hear what they have to say tomorrow about their plans to expand this year, and I guess for the foreseeable as well. Dead, how you doing? I was under the impression they were not in-game. I think they're supposed to be, but they're just hard to find, I'm guessing. So, Vault-Tec, by crafting this week, it's a tech preview test with the Evocati. We're not, like, getting it released this week. Their intention is to release the new inventory, front-end, back-end, and crafting mechanic in 4.7, which is at the end of March. That's their plan. So I guess these tech previews will really reveal to us how much of a potential that is. Because, you know, they want to get it released. They just can't guarantee that they will. All being well, they'll get it. But yeah, it should be... I'm hoping Friday for, like, a weekend test. That would be the ideal for me. Yeah, crashing ships is a rite of passage that you will do many, many times. It's not like, you know, I'm a new backer, I've crashed the ship. It's like, yeah, I'm a veteran. I've crashed it many times and I will keep crashing it. You certainly do, Facemaker. Are you a part of the org, mate? Because we do have a new, with our recruitment process, we have like an onboarding process. We also have like a little gift pack with armor and so forth in to help, you know, set people up for the start, especially if they're new to the game. If they're veterans and they're joining the org and they're like, I'm fine, that's fine, but it's a voluntary option if you want it. But we also have kind of like a guide, like a tour guide, where people will sort of, I don't want to say hold your hand, because it's not like you're a toddler, but help you through the basics. Thunderwolf, how you doing? Got one more. What is the best subject idea for sign up? Use email or... I mean, I use email for most of it. Yeah, just use email. That should be fine. Yeah, show you the ropes. Exactly, Bob. How you doing? Kemi, good morning. How you doing today? Thank you for the hype chest, by the way, guys. Just accepted the Discord. Let me read through all your stuff. Yeah, absolutely, mate. In your own time. Don't worry about it. There's no rush. We are here, and we'll be here forever. Hopefully. Lance, welcome. Naplol, thank you for the follow. You continue to exist, Bob. It remains to be seen if this was a good idea. What do you mean? Oh, no. Been playing for a month and still crashing. Yeah, it doesn't change. It's when you get those invisible trees, that's where they really catch you out. You think you've just mastered the whole, I'm not going to crash again, and then you get whacked by an invisible tree. So the recruiters are also the link between new players and experienced players like hauling, etc. So they can get hooked up to the right people depending on their preferred gameplay. Yes, absolutely. Good afternoon, Kemi. But no, I'm excited to see where this, you know, this whole year goes. I really am. We're going to jump in a second. But yeah, with industry now taking a bit of a forefront, I think they said at CitizenCon that refueling missions will come in. So to me, like, the ideal would be dynamic missions for salvaging, for towing, for impounding, you know, that kind of stuff. That would be great. But I don't know how close they are to that kind of thing. Coffee, how you doing? Welcome. You're trying to join the event at the moment, but I'm not able to get into the event voice chat, as it's not visible to you, Mike. Is this on my Discord? You should be able to, mate. So far we have... You want to go into... There's a few people in different chats. You want to go down into the org section. Are you a member of the org? Have you been given the permissions on Discord yet for it? You want to go down to org event main comms. We have a few people in, like, social channels, private channels, open mic channels. That isn't part of the whole org op today. It's oh my good lord, how many of you are there? 29 of you in there already. Do you know, it's the actual there's been many sort of milestones hit this year thanks to you lot, like Deacon, APOC, all of you in the org, increasing the org sort of continuity and just constant plays and so forth, and building up the members. And we had a chat open for 30 hours. Like, literally, the chat that people were coming in and out. It kind of reminds me of the Four Candles. Oh, not Four Candles. No, Trigger's broom on Only Fools and Horses. Where they're asking him about, you know, how long have you had this broom for? And he said, oh, I've had it decades. So I've only had 4 different handles and 3 different heads. It kind of reminds me of that, where although the chat has been open for 30 hours, it's multiple people coming in and out and keeping it alive. So for a full over 24 hours, people were in chat, playing in game. And that's where I want to see the org get to, is where, like, when people say, are you primarily EU or US or whatever, I feel like as much as the org events are generally or typically EU time, which isn't really suitable for EU because it's when, you know, it's midday, it kind of has a constant 24-hour tick where there is always someone on, always someone to jump in, play with, find friends, organize stuff outside of main events. That's what I love to see. So whoever it was that kept that alive, all of you included, I appreciate it. So you've been verified, Mike. You're a member of the org. You now have access to the org channels. If you jump on our Discord, SMB, SuperMacBrother, you scroll down, all the way down from general chat, down to the org section, and you'll just see a ton of names. 29 different names, all lined down there. Just click on that, click on that. Again, you don't need, in our org, you don't need to talk if you don't want to. I completely understand that. Some people are shy, some people don't like it. You don't have to talk, but we need you to join so that you can hear, just so that you can hear commands and follow orders and such. That needs to be a thing, but we don't expect you to talk if you don't feel like it. Yeah, Only Fools. It's a sort of Only Fools and Horses are the sort of things that you can just watch again. But Four Candles, that was just the 2 Ronnies, wasn't it? I was getting that confused. You have to apply when I get home phone is... Oh, when you get home, the phone is being weird. That's alright, Facemaker. Don't you worry, mate. Right, I am going to jump in. Can't access vehicles in ASOP or vehicles in Moby Rogers. What's happening there? Anyone have any ideas why that might be happening? I feel like a tier 1 starship. That's alright, that's the same meta. You can hop in chat and just mute your mic. And just be present, you know? And just hear what we say, right? That is more than okay. Right, let me launch the game. I managed to jump in just before going live to sort out my gear. So we're not going to be faffing around at the terminals. Your twin brother's playing and joining too. Sounds lovely. We actually have members in the org who are 4 brothers. Like 4 related brothers playing in the org. We just give them a pally and they're like, we're good. 4 Brothers, yeah, it's actually a very good film. It's a good call. Right, here we are. I'll wait for a party invite. Let me just make sure the volumes are okay. You use closed captions in-game. Can you actually do that? I didn't know that was possible. Hello, Ben. Tried to reset in different servers. I cannot think for the life of me. Oh, you're Ekim, and you already being a part of a few previous dreams. And you don't see the list. You what? I'll wait for an invite there, Deacon. You don't see the list? Are you sure? Is someone in the org able to help Ekim find the org main channel chat? You should be able to scroll down. You're on the right Discord, correct? Show me your starships, Match. I don't think I'll be using any of my... I'll quickly show you if you like. In fact, my ASOP is full of all different random things. It's not all just my own ships. Some of them are like Well, they're technically mine, but they're like referrals. Kemule, how you doing? Thank you for the sub there, my friend. Beers and party, please. In fact, I've not been keeping up with the sub count. Could I get an invite, please, Deacon, whenever you get a sec, mate? If you're the one handling the party. What are we up to, like 3, I think? That was the music for Castra. Sparta, how you doing? Welcome. Very nice, Taz. Thank you, sir. Good morning, Kemule. Are you well? Ah, there we are. Thank you, Deacon. All right, going in party of 30. Good morning, Ro. Dave, how you doing, guys? Haven't played in forever. Have we got room for one more in the org? Yeah, absolutely. You're more than welcome to join the org. We've kind of reached the cutoff for bringing you into the event now, because we are in the midst of it. But keep an eye out on the events page and see, you know, all the different things that are happening. You're stranded in Pyro. Stay where you are. We are coming to Pyro today. So the plan today, you'll hear it in the briefing. The plan today is we're basically going to do a bit of exploration training with our org in Pyro, as I suppose training for when Nix 1 comes along, when proper exploration is going to be very important for finding locations, planet side, resources, points of interest, just interesting biomes. It's kind of a test case for us all working together and seeing, you know, ironing out the creases, so that when it comes to the actual, here's Nix 1, let's go exploring for the first time, things are a lot smoother. Let me just get TOBII started. Party of 30 and no reservations. You're going to have to wait at least an hour. That seems quite reasonable, to be fair, for a party of 30. All right. We are in. I've gone with my scary-looking... Can we not zoom in? Oh, there we go. Okay. Decided I'd go with this. It's not really org standard issue, but, you know, whatever. Alright, am I coming to your thingy, Deacon? Yo, Rick. I have a great time in it. As much as there is broken parts to it, it is actually in a very good state. Right, let's try and go straight to Deacon's if we can. We'll see if the hangar is available. What's that about Deacon's thingy? You don't want to know. Getting a new graphics card today. Oh, what you got? What's coming? Oop, let's wait for a second. There she is. All right, let's go to the briefing. Are we doing a briefing? Or are we not bothering today? I've gone the wrong side. Typical. Yo, Pickle Nick. I haven't, but I haven't been playing. Others have, though. They do exist, but I think they've made them a little bit more sneaky than how they used to be, where you might find them just lying around places. Ooh, an RX 970. Very nice. When's that coming? Today, is it? Yeah, you're getting it today. I just upgraded to a 5080 from a 3080. That was quite a substantial change. Vega, how you doing? The Battle of Vega. It's a long run through these large flipping hangars. Alright, I'll join Discord in a second. That was a long trek. Whew, flipping heck. Alright. We are coming on board. I've tried to sort of colour match things, but they're not They're technically yellow, but they're not really yellow. It's like a faded car. In fact, I can take the helmet off. I won't look as scary then. The PRV was right. I know, I should have taken it. Bob, Deacon, how's it going, guys? Welcome, thank you. A tease. Alright, are we heading on up? Shall I get the button? Nice one, Facemaker. Thank you, sir. He was a little worried because we had a snowstorm roll in today. Do you know, we had snow yesterday, just randomly. Hello, Starbirdo. Come on in, guys. Let's head on up. Are you lot coming up? Are we doing a... Oh, are we doing a briefing? We're not, are we? We're not doing a briefing, are we? I've just realised. Am I supposed to be going to the Anaki? Yo, Slipwardy, how you doing? Yeah, fair enough. Alright, I'll head over to... I'll go to Apox hangar. It's nice to see you all. When we're on our way, I'll run through the fleet. Let me join in on my Discord channel. How many have we got in Discord now? 31, very nice. Which is Division Lead. There we are. Alright. Araxius, good day, how you doing? Vigorous, welcome. Did you not get any snow? Not today. It was yesterday we got some snow. Because you're in York, aren't you? Or just on the outskirts of York. But yeah, we had like... It was bright sunshine. Then it kind of started raining. And then it was like a load of snow for a second. Then it started raining again. Then it was sunny. It was the most confusing day ever. Oh, so yeah, they're getting the sort of just the heat in it. Sounds about right. Alright, well, I'll have a look, Mike, and see if I can figure it out once I get on board the Anaki. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, do you mean all day long? Yesterday? You lucky bastard. I should probably join. Is APOC, are you in a different chat? Or a different channel for your ship? If so, should I join that one? You let me know. Here's everybody, look. Neptune's already in Atlas. We've got City in there as well. Have you guys got your own separate channel? Or should I just stay in this one for now and just observe? Mickle, 07. Oh, what did you get, Volt? You just check your watches, guys. I finally arrived. How you doing? Let's get this show on the road. Hang on, are you wearing your Hawaiian shirt? Very nice. Alright, come on then. Let's get up to the bridge. We'll get ourselves on the way. How you doing there? Yep. Nice to see you, mate. Come on in. Do I need to set my spawn on this ship, I suppose, don't I? I'll take the long way. Turtle Beach. Very nice. I almost read that as Velocity. Velocity 1. Right, so the Anaki is Apox Carrack. That's what he's called it. And it is kind of the spearhead of the exploration division, I suppose. It'll be nice when we start getting more and more of these working. Oh, actually, I need to go to the Which one is it? Is it habitation for the medic stuff? I think it is. Let me go do that. It's nice to get some sun, though, Vigorous. I will say, it is very, very nice. We were supposed to be in York the other day, but to go to the train station, but with summer being poorly, we didn't want to spread it round. Yo, Exia, how you doing? Have you ever heard of them? I've heard of the Velocity 1. Can't recall what it looks like. But yeah, they're mostly known for their headphones and things, aren't they, at Turtle Beach? Like console things. I know Adam, my brother, wears or has Turtle Beach headphones. Or he did anyway, I don't know if he still does. Oh yeah, of course, we have to move over there. No, that's inventory. Hang on. There we are. It's a bit fiddly. Lovely job. Yeah, it'll be nice when the Carrack gets more updated to the current sort of standards, because it is a beautiful ship. Country campers. That's heaven. Looking over there, I don't know why I'm looking over there. It should really, bro. Yeah, it should be directly there rather than having to go around. Like, if they turned the medbay around, that would be a much better idea. Yo, Reddy, how you doing? 80 Fahrenheit, what's that in Celsius? Alright, I'm going to go up to the top deck and just observe from up there. And then we will run through what's happening. In fact, I need a wee first. I love this deck. Who's put the Hello Kitty cup there? Oh, we've got our, just in case taking off from Microtech things get sketchy. We have the thing. I'm just going to go for a wee. I'll be back in a sec. What a beautiful view. Gonna take the day off from one of these live streams. Oh, one day. Haven't been able to do an org event yet. Downside of being East Coast. Well, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is just currently the main time that we do them due to it being my stream time. But there will be many other days. Don't you worry. So, let me run through the plan. Brief up. Where is it? So today's operation is taking the Anaki, which is this one, the Revenant, which is the Idris, plus a few support ships. So we have an Idris. I don't want to run through all of them, but a Perseus, Zeus, some support ships inside the Idris, like 85Xs for exploration. We've got a Moth as well in case we want to disintegrate and suck up some ships. And we have a few vehicles in this Anaki. And we're going to go to Pyro to check out the sites. Sounds various villages and abandoned outposts that it has to offer. And it's a precursor operation to the Nix 1 expedition. Whenever Nix 1 drops, the new planet, this is kind of, as I say, the test case for how this is going. It really is beautiful, Atlas. So beautiful. Oh, what am I doing? I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. So we'll be learning what works, what doesn't work, ready for when we do like terrain surveys, which I don't think is that far away, but a point of interest exploration and cruising altitudes. So in terms of like surveying terrain and whatnot, the scanners, radars, and signature system, they are getting updated this year by the looks of things. And the work on them, is it May or July? I think it might be May. So it looks as, well, I'm hoping that it'll get to the point where when Genesis drops, we can use our ship scanners to scan the ground and using things like these to display information on the ground so that we can see what is there, what is on offer. That would be really, really nice to be able to get that information. And then either sell that information, use that information, put out, we've just found a huge ore deposit of whatever, something of value. Let's send people out to go and mine it. And that'll be a case of getting people together, not just miners, but logistics, haulers, security, eventually base building as well if we need to establish some form of foothold there, be that a large base of operations or just a fob of some form. So yeah, a lot of this is, testing purposes, figuring out how things work, the do's and don'ts, seeing how it goes, and just chilling out today more than anything. Someone just draw a weapon. Polly, how you doing? It really does. I mean, we've been doing streams like this all through last year, at scale, huge scale, and some of them have been difficult with certain bugs and whatnot, but for the most part, they've been pretty flawless. Like, I don't want to jinx it, but having so many people in a group, in a party together, all mixed in different ships, is so special. And as time goes on, there's going to be more roles and responsibilities inside ships. Like right now, APOC is piloting. We're all just generally stood around. But they're, with engineering, using these different terminals for comms, weapon management, or navigation, and so forth. There is so much more to come. And it all starts, I suppose, with exploration, finding a place to settle, or to mine, or to take advantage of, and then coming up with a plan of attack for that. Let me just make sure volumes... Are the volumes alright for you all? It's pretty quiet right now, but that's just because there's not much audio going on. But yeah, I'll have a look down and see what we've got around the ship, see what vehicles we're using on the Anaki today. Yo, Lister, how you doing? Hi, Neklos, welcome. Yes, so the first plan... So there's the social refactor, which is essentially all the different social aspects. So party, VoIP, org stuff. The plan is threefold for that. The first one is chat, parties, getting that working properly. After that, it's... damn it, I can't remember how it's going. The final one is orgs. So it's chat and parties. No, chat and friends. No, hang on. What's the second one? I really can't remember that. I always forget. It's like we got a little Pisces there. Yes, I will, Match. Let me show you around. So this is the hangar bay with the Pisces in. I think that might be a C8R. I'm pretty sure APOC said it would be, but it might just be a different skin. Yo, Cody, how you doing? Second local. What's that? Yeah, this is the medical Pisces, just in case there's an emergency. So from here, we go down into the hangar bay, and in fact, let me take the quicker route to it. It's such a nice ship. Group finder, thank you, Rhino. So, yeah, party, chat, all the social sides of things. After that, it's the group finder, so finding parties, advertising your party and your group so that players can see the information and choose to take part, join random people. And then the third is the org stuff, which it's a shame that's last, but I understand, the basics need to come first, and hopefully that means VoIP can work properly with the first stuff. Were we supposed to have a Nurse Rover in here, or did it get taken out last minute? Because if it wasn't, it's disappeared. We've got an MTC here, which is a cool vehicle. Not the PDC one. It vanished. Okay. Yeah, we're alright. Okay, let me have a look around and see what they've got here for engineering side of things. I assume it doesn't have an engineering terminal, and it hasn't been, or does it? Yeah, the C8. I mean, we've got the C8. That'll do what we need it to do. Oh, it's all right, bro. We've got other vehicles. It was just annoying that it disappeared, I suppose. Taron, good morning. How you doing? Wet and rainy in California. Unheard of. So this is to the turret, isn't it? We have 2 side turrets, I believe. Or is this the lower turret? Yeah, that's the lower one. Underneath rear end. I need to become accustomed to this ship as well, because it's been a while. Ariel, how you doing? Why have a medical Pisces on a ship with a full med bay? In case we need to head out and rescue someone. Someone might be injured and we need to fly out and get them. It'll be quicker in the Pisces. We've got a habitation next. Yo, Philip, how you doing? Shield, welcome. Gonzo, welcome. On the tech deck. Okay, thank you. This is the habitation, isn't it? So I'll have a quick look around here. This is where we were. Overcast and foggy. A friend of mine's in New York, actually. You like to see the odd NPCs with boom tubes and railguns. Oh, yes. They're getting more capable. Oh, it has the most complete setup for engineering. Very nice. That's just a nice little storage area. Or is that the ladder? Oh, that's the ladder. Okay, let me close that up. Yeah, Thornberg, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Exclamation raid. Oh, exclamation DEF. So in here, we have the sort of habitation area with pool table. One day that'll work. Through there, you've got your bunks. How was your stream, Thornberg? All good, I hope. -29 in Finland. Blimey. And then we have all our living amenities there. And then we'll go up here and continue on. This is the bridge, by the way. You've got 2 support seats, and then the pilot there. Played a little World of Warcraft. Very nice. All smooth sailing, I hope. Country, good morning. So there's Atlas. Just mess. It'd be nice when we have actual reasons to, you know, use these seats. Comms, engineering, weapons, and just all that kind of management. These are the escape pods. And then in there is the drone room, which at this time has no functionality, but one day it will. I hope. And then I suppose the engineering stuff is through here, is it? Oh no, this must not be it then. Well, that's your fabricator or repair. I guess that's going to be a fabrication machine. Colt, how you doing? Welcome, Gene, welcome. You got a carnival in Brazil today? Oh man, jealous. That's the crafting room, is it, Bretley? How you doing, mate? They popped a surprise maintenance today. Oh no. Nasty. So turrets are just down here, I think. Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe through there. Are you still in? Hang on, let's have a look, Mike, as you were asking beforehand. So you've joined Discord, correct? Or have you yet to be accepted into the org? Give me 2 seconds, guys. You're still in Pyro, did you say? Sorry, mate, got distracted. Oh, Carnival is a holiday. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. You're already in the org, correct, Mike? As what's your name. Have you mentioned anything on membership verification? Ah, there you were. Ekim, right? I'm just going to do you for now. Just going to sort you out, because I know you were asking before we went... before we started. I apologise. It took me a moment, so... SM bug. So now you have the right role. You should be able to join in on the Discord chat for the party. And you say you're in Pyro. Oh, hello, City. What are you doing in here? I didn't even know you were down here. Are you just manning the turret? So the one turret down there. Ah, yes, of course, engineering. So this is where the gravity generator is. I forgot it had this. And the engineering terminal. This is so cool. Let's just have a quick look. Man, I forgot the Carrack even had this whole section. Everything seems to be... Oh, that weapon's a bit... Oh, flipping heck, it's like 75%. Everything else is alright. What are we running config-wise? Okay, very nice. Yeah, turret problem. Problem detected on the weapon. Interesting, not sure what that's about. There's your gravity generator. One day that'll be functioning. And then here is the sort of main engineering section with your two engines crackling away. Riddick, how you doing? Sounds like someone's inside them. I did actually bring a tractor in which I can repair. Not a tractor, sorry. All tickety-boo. Lovely, is what I like to see. Nightingale, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Beers and patty, please. Are you well today? And then down here we have... What's this one? Nothing. Empty. And you got your other components in here, like shields. They're all size 3 by the looks of things, so you're not going to really be able to take them out, but you can fix them. And that's just your elevator to go up and down between them. Shall I open them up and have a look? Wait, power plants? Oh, on the mini-map. Ah, okay. Oh, yes. There and there. Okay. So you can actually get to them then? Are they... They're... Oh, they're down below. Hang on. Okay. But they haven't updated the interior, right, so we can't necessarily access them yet. But there's 2. Very nice. It is a nice vehicle. Oh, here's a cooler. And some more of those. Excellent. Oh, that's not a door, is it? Okay. And then I'm guessing the same on the other side. I am not familiar with this layout at all. To say it's, you know, the Anaki is one of our main fleet vessels. I need to get more up to snuff with this stuff. Let me just close the doors. Yo, Ibrahim, how you doing? Nice to see you, mate. Let's not get crushed by that. Len, welcome. Yeah, I would really like that one day maybe size 3 is possible to be removed, but I don't know. Like, the problem is, if one ship doesn't allow size 3 components to be moved in and out, then none of them can really. It wouldn't really work. Alright, let's go up to the top decks. Of course, you got a nice view up there. You haven't played in a while. Yeah, 4.7 end of March. Coming along, isn't it? Interitus, thank you, sir. How are you doing today? So the cartography deck. Love it. Radar, welcome. How you doing? The Carrack, Ibrahim. So as you can see, this is the sort of the mapping. It's an exploration ship. So this is how you map the system that you're in. At the moment, it doesn't work. It just kind of looks nice and cool. And then over here, oh, we're jumping. I best be careful. I'm not going to go outside because that's an airlock, but I'll just show you. I'll open the door. Careful if you're coming out here. Oxygen's going to be sucked out. Oh, not yet, of course. Ah, that's alright. We won't open that then. But yeah, this is the landing bay for the Pisces. And you got a way of getting out there. It's such a nice ship. So nice. It really, really is. Hold the elevator for me. You're coming out here. You got a fire extinguisher on your back. Good thinking, Nep. Don't you worry, Len. Whenever you're ready, mate. Are we going back down? Going back to the bridge. You come in. Oh, Stephen, you haven't had time to play for a while, but I'm looking forward to trying some salvage missions. Yeah, I've managed to get in and do one salvage mission. I've not really had much time to do anything else, but I will certainly progress with that. Yo, Gameplay Patriot, how you doing? Your main ship when crafting exists. It is just such a beautiful ship is the Carrack. Oh, I didn't show you the captain's quarters, which is just up here on the left. Yeah, and don't worry, Len, you don't have to speak, mate. You can literally just hang on in chat and listen. As long as you've got audio on, that's all you need. You don't need, so you can hear us. You don't need to chat or talk. We don't expect it, mate. This is Apox Captain's quarters. He's got his teddy bear. 2 teddy bears. It's a bit greedy, to be fair. There's a child out there that would probably really enjoy a teddy bear, and Apox got 2 of them. Yeah, I'm doing great, thank you, Patriot. Yeah, nice. Feeling good today. Thank you, sir. Ambassador, welcome. The Pioneer is your main crafter. Nicholas, how you doing? How much is the Carrack in game? I don't know. Isn't it like tens of millions? Yes, Anvil Carrack. It does look kind of RSI style. Yeah, I guess it was before they had the full-on established style guides. So they may go through it and polish it up more to Anvil style. 34 people in voice. Very nice. So 34 million. 34, almost 34 and a half. The C2 is, as much as I'm not a huge fan of its design, it is such a useful ship. With it literally just having a big hold. What's funny is I don't mind speaking much at all. I'm a streamer even. I can yap all day. I think my shyness is just from playing with folks I've not played with before. Yeah, fair enough. It's completely understandable then. I think, for me, I went through the same process because I was always a bit shy and, I wanted to and I just never brought myself to do it. And then I just started hanging out in chat, jumping in, playing, and just getting used to talking and whatnot. And you just kind of get used to it, don't you? Yeah, rookie numbers in this economy. Flipping heck. Alstrom, how you doing? By the way, nice to see you. Trino, welcome. The landing gear on the Hercules. It's sort of wings side, aren't they? Yeah, C2 is one of the most versatile. I'm not a big fan of it in terms of its... I don't know what it is. Because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So I don't know why I'm not a huge fan of it, but you cannot get over the fact that it is so useful for so many reasons. Oh, cold. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's no logical reason why I'm not a fan of it. Oh, the Caterpillar command module. I do hope. I mean, at the end of the day, right, with Drake, we have the Ironclad heavily in the works right now. The Kraken on its way as well, which is a bit, you know, requiring a lot more work. But the Caterpillar can certainly benefit from the Ironclad, and I'm hoping that it will get its kind of updates either with the release of the command module or very shortly after, because it's such a shame. I mean, it technically doesn't have to, I don't think, but it's such a shame that it's a ship that I used to own, and it's a phenomenal ship. I love the asymmetry. I love the fact that you've got sections that you will be able to swap around, and you have that big gangway, which I hope they keep, although for some reason I feel like they're going to get rid of it. Did they say that? Because, you know, for like hauling livestock, for example, you can look down over it all. You can see, and it's great for security. Even if you've just got cargo boxes, there could be people sneaking around in there. You can walk on the top gangway and look down and just check over the place without having to go through the full space itself. You can just walk along and back. Terra Noob, thank you so much for the 2-month resub. Thank you, my friend. Be some patty, please. We're on quite a lot of ships today, Trino. We have the Carrack, we have a Perseus, we have the Idris, a Moth, some smaller support ships as well. Do I get to shoot at me today? I do, Rakona. Yeah, not again. Not for a while yet. Yeah, tractor room is cool as well. Absolutely. On the cat. So today we're heading through to Pyro. We're going to do a bit of an exploration test. I'll show you the Revenant at some point, because this is the main sort of exploration vessel leading the charge. But we do have the Revenant with multiple 85Xs. It's kind of like letting people go out and explore and fly around in like we'll find an area, people can then spread out and explore, gather intel based on the location, and then that kind of gets report back. Because eventually we'll be able to share map locations and information and so forth and scans. And so when Nix 1 does come along, I mean, by that point, we're coming in fast. I don't think... Ow! I don't think I was prepared for the speed at which we were approaching this jump tunnel. I'm hoping at some point soon after that, or with it, we will have the ability to share that information with scans, with, you know, that data, and actually share that data between us. Because what would be ideal is you come to somewhere like Nix 1, you have this cool new biome that you found, and you want to explore the location within a certain radius, and that could be looking for resources, harvestables, points of interest, derelicts, creatures, caves, you know, all these different pieces of information that will be useful. And so what the idea would be is that we would land in an area, or at least hover over an area, and then have multiple vehicles go out in pairs together and check out places, and then report back on that information. So it's kind of a test run of that, if that makes sense. Yes, exactly, Ariel. The Carrack, the design languages, even though, you know, they've had design languages for some time, there's partially, there wasn't much back then, and secondly, they have changed. You know, they've really developed those a lot for most manufacturers. Home amongst the stars, Steve. Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people use the Carrack for off-grid life. It does need a good old gold pass. It would be cool if we could share an area for a party member to do the equivalent of an airstrike. That is part of the plan as well. I know Chris mentioned a while ago about some form of like forward operating vehicle that could laser designate targets for some form of like torpedo or missile ship to fire. Ouch! am I the only one that fell over? So as you can see we've got War Deer there, Joshua. That must be the Perseus. That looks like... Is that our Idris? Because I'm not seeing any names on it, so maybe it's not. Got a few people spread out here. Got others making their way in, but of course their names are not all present, unfortunately. You was planning to join today, but got stuck in back-to-back meetings. No! How awful, mate. At least get stuck in our meetings, you know? Somru, how you doing? Yeah, there's a lot of ships in there that need a full rework. Hopefully they can keep chipping away at them. You're a dedicated mortar man in your Armor 3 unit. Very nice. It'll be great when we get that kind of stuff here. Like, this is the thing with Star Citizen. There's so many facets to the game, you know, to what there is. There is a role for everyone. Basically, every ship you own except the Aurora is behind the times. Yeah, I've got a huge list of ships that are just old now. Quantum Kit, how you doing? You're usually the guy in the group that brings a railgun and boom tube. They're important people. Oh, is that you, Alcatraz? What are you guys doing? Thomas, welcome. How are you doing today? Yeah, the 600i rework does look cool with its armory and so forth. Although we haven't seen an update on it for a long time. PMC, welcome. You have this game, it runs like crap on your PC, so you bought it about 2 years ago and hardly played it. I would certainly say try it again. I don't know what your... Like, tell me your specs, PMC. But since the beginning of last year, there's been a lot of optimizations. Performance, stability, so forth. So it is definitely worth trying again. It has come a long way since then, since server meshing came in. Oh, that is our Idris, is it, Alcatraz? I couldn't see you in the party at all, though. Like, there was no marker at all for you. Today, Thomas, we're exploring the Pyro system, getting some practice in for when Nix 1 comes along. No word on suit lockers, unfortunately. My guess is that a lot of this stuff, like suit lockers, a lot of the polish with FPS actions and animations, you know, touching buttons and so forth, all that kind of stuff is going to come across as Squadron gets closer to release. Because they use suit lockers in Squadron with the interactions of your armors and so forth. So I'm assuming that technology is in there. And then when they're ready to start sharing more of that polish that they've been doing for Squadron, you know, with the PU pre-release of Squadron, which I would expect, rather than post, hopefully anyway, then we should see a huge sort of flurry of quality of life updates like that. But they haven't said so. That's just my thoughts on it. Yeah, easier loadout management. I mean, to start with, we need... what do you call it? We need the inventory update, front end, back end, which is coming this year. Hopefully 4.7. Let me show you this station, in fact. Yo, Darksider, how you doing? So you can't join on the... If you're part of the org already, you can, but this is an org-only event, and right now there is no sort of getting involved in it. But you're more than welcome to join the org and then take a look on our events page and see what is coming up for, you know, the next few events and take part in those by all means. Daylight, how you doing? Thank you for the 19 months. I really like how these stations are going to be... They're going to be useful for things like you'd need a comms station for when we have proper VoIP, in-ship VoIP. VoIP connections between other, you know, part of the fleet. Being able to communicate with the captain on this ship, looking at where the fleets are, the vessels are, and then communicating between them, between people on board the ship. Engineer might be using one of these terminals. Check all the components and whatnot. Everything's running fine, even though one of those guns is actually 70-odd%. You spend more time getting ready to play than playing. Something that I do like if I, like for example, I'm going to start doing a bit more off-grid stuff. But in order to get ready for that, I need to set my character up. So I like jumping in for the first time, seeing what I've got, getting equipped, getting my ship set up, decorated, and then taking off for the first time and landing somewhere ready to sort of start that series. Yeah, tiered comms, absolutely. Teasy, how you doing? Once again, can't participate, but at least I did some more starters and set up a GAMEGLASS. Tried out Beam, but I have to change the settings because it's too responsive with the head tracking. Yeah, you can dial that back. Sometimes it can feel like you're going woof, and you can tune it all. It just takes time. Stephen the Geek, how you doing, mate? Blimey, it has been years. You still playing? How are you today, mate? When was the last time we saw each other? It must have been a CitizenCon. Were you there in Manchester last time? I can't recall if I saw you or not. It was all a whirlwind for me, just a blur. Ricky, how you doing? They've come a long way since the 4.0.1 really. Pushing on from there, it's just become so much more playable. Nick, welcome. Part of the OTA, the Off-Grid Association. We're just exploring Pyro today, mate. How you doing, by the way? Print, welcome. Verpal and VKB got some nice sticks. Yes, they do. Yeah, if you're looking for sticks... Yo, space. Yes, the Carrack. If you're looking for sticks, definitely check out either Verpal or VKB. I mean, I use VKB. I haven't used Verpal, so I can, attest to VKB. Look at that view. Stunning. Yeah, real dream, absolutely. If push-pull will apply to smaller ships as well, would be nice to go tubing with a Hornet. What's that, sorry? Curious if push-pull will apply to smaller ships. What do you mean, Patreon? Was it LA? No, I can't remember. It's been a long while. How you been anyway? All good, I hope. Victura, welcome. Recap, welcome. This is a moon. Oh no, is it a planet? I think it's a moon, isn't it? All that's left is boats. Well, I wouldn't say all that's left, but boats are certainly going to be an exciting part of it all. Oh, Michael. Got your Guardian QI. Very nice. I've just picked up one of those as well, actually. What's the difference between this game and No Man's Sky? There's a lot different. As they're saying, No Man's Sky is more of like an arcadey, hop in, hop out, just sort of explore a little bit. Whereas this is more like a simulation. Not one-for-one simulation. There are certain things that they've, faked for the sake of just design's intention. But they are very different. No, it's nothing. It's not just air battles. There's air battles on all different scales. You've got ground battles. You've got mining, salvage, refining, hauling. What else have we got that's quite decently fleshed out? Racing. A lot of races going on. But the air battles are certainly exciting. So VKB used magnets for accuracy, and Verpal used lasers. I didn't know that. Quite busy, but still playing. Happy to hear that, mate. Oh, is this Terminus? Ah, okay. Like being able to attach to the hull of ships. Oh, you mean like docking? Yeah, I guess if you don't have a docking collar, you can't. I mean, I don't think, small ships are going to be able to sort of mag on, if that makes sense. That's not going to be a thing. But things like the Carrack, for example, if you land on board their ship, on the landing pad, you are part of that ship. You go with it, you're sort of somewhat in its protection. If you see me flying around in your Titan, don't kill me. I'm at Starlight Station. Yeah, of course, mate. Not to worry. Yeah, FPS battles. But it's not just combat. There's, In fact, tomorrow we're going to hear all about the intentions for expanding industrial gameplay. Scythe Kato, thank you for the follow, and welcome, sir. Much nice to see you. Getting plenty of minables on scan out here. Oh, okay. We don't have a mining vessel out with us right now, do we? So we're just exploring the belt by the looks of things right now. Crafting. That's true. Yeah, that's coming soon. Hopefully 4.7. The next patch till March. Beautiful asteroid belt. Yeah, if you've got any questions, PMC, ask away, mate. We'll try to answer them. And actually, there is a happening right now, a free fly. So you're more than welcome to try it for yourself without having to buy anything, and see if it is something that you enjoy, or if you can get over the bugs and so forth. Because it's not for everyone right now. There are also org ops, and sometimes people will take over locations. Yeah, lock them down. You was thinking of upgrading to 2 sticks instead of a throttle. Anyone using that setup in the game? I do. So I originally really liked using HOTAS with a throttle, because it felt nice having that kind of, you could push it and then let go. Now I use HOSAS with an omni throttle, so the stick, instead of it being like that, one stick is like that. Someone I know, I can't remember who it was, but they use dual omni throttle, which is kind of cool. But I have mine on an omni throttle, which feels like it's sort of half stick with twist, so you get the extra functionality, but you also get the ability to push it like a throttle. But you can actually adjust it where it can be sort of push, let go, and it'll remain there. But I have mine return to center just for the sake of, it's just what I'm used to now. There's the Revenant. Shame about all the flipping names, but the UI will get changed at some point. Yo, Oz, how you doing? Nice to see you, mate. So we're heading down. We're exploring around this area. Yeah, it's worth pointing out that if you are taking part in the free flight, it can often feel like very degraded performance. I think we may have turrets down there, guys. Careful. Let's might be worth manning some turrets if there's anyone on board. Happy to do so, because where are we coming up on here? That's not going to do it. Locking down Jump Town. Yeah. So are they firing, or are they missiles trying to be launched? Maybe they're launching missiles, but I'm not seeing the actual missile itself. Whoa! Flipping heck. Was that you, Blam? No, it's not Blam. I think Blam's in the mole. Thank you for the follow, Darksider. So this looks like our first place of exploration. Lyle, welcome. Wonder how much will be in the initial implementation of crafting. Yeah, it's hard to say, isn't it? Because the actual first tech preview had quite a lot of stuff to make, but it was still limited. And by now there should be more converted and ready to use. But no, I'm intrigued to see all that. See what we come up with, what they come up with. 2-6 for you, Steve. That one's down, nicely done. Looks like the turrets are destroyed. I don't know why they're shooting at us. There's something really dodgy about the rep in this place, because in Pyro, because Citizens for Prosperity is generally the good guys, technically. Unless someone here has annoyed them. Yeah, exactly. Like even when we see the next tech preview, though, that's not a guarantee of exactly everything we're going to have when it goes live in 4.7, hopefully. It could be a few other things. You're testing my stream out for the moment on the video player. The one I used on the Manchester office TVs, trying to see if I can upgrade it for YouTube and Twitch. What are you trying to do? As in how smooth it's running. Try it on YouTube rather than Twitch. Might be a bit smoother there because we have better frame rate. Not better frame rate, sorry, better quality. Alright, let's get outside and start looking around. Gonna take the MTC, I think. Let's go this way, actually. When was the last time you played Nice? Welcome, by the way. Because, it is pretty stable. Yeah, it's got problems and issues, but it is in a very good state. Wade's World, how you doing? Yeah, there's plenty more to come. Alright, come on in then. Let's head on down to the subdeck. Take the MTC out, that'll give us a bit of safety. Alright, let's pile in, I'll do the driving. What's happening, APOC? Are you staying on board or are you coming out? There's a seat there, and the other one will have to stand, I think. Oh, VK'd be on holiday, Stu. How selfish. Alright.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Got a Starfarer. Jalena's brought a Starfarer, keeping us all fueled. Very nice. See if there's anything around here. Drive up to this bit up here, have a look round. Ooh, flipping heck. That's a bit of a ditch. So right now, what we would be doing is just checking out, scanning the area, bringing in any data that we find of points of interest, locations. Because with Starcitect as well, when that you know, this is going to be a huge part of. Bear with me. Starcitect will be a huge part of the Genesis Planet Tech, and it will basically determine what points of interest you see where, based on what else is around. And it will kind of make sense to what's there. Where the flipping heck am I? Talking of flipping. Gotta try and get up this hill. Got a good hill climber, is this MTC. No, not definitive date, unfortunately. It's they're aiming to get it released for 4.7. They're trying to, but they just can't guarantee it, unfortunately. Oh, server error. Okay, there we go. Ink, thank you for the follow. Welcome. 8 to 12 months. I would certainly say try it again. I mean, obviously, if you're still feeling burnt out, keep that break going. You're doing the right thing by not playing. But if it was after 4.0, if it was before 4.0.1 that you played, you need to try it again. It's come a long way since then. But try it. If you feel the same way, like if there's things annoying you, take a break again. Right now, we can get in a bunch of us, like 30 to 50 people, in a party, all play together, you know, engaging with other players, doing our own thing, mining, salvage ops, hauling ops, combat ops, with very few issues. And it's coming along nicely. You still haven't got your hangar, Cole? Oh, mate. Yes, Nyx is supposed to have 2 belts. It would be nice to get the new map, or at least a map working. Yeah, we'll talk about stability the minute we get a server error. Guarantee it. Is there a speed limiter on them? No, I don't think there is right now. Or is there? I think certain ones work, but certain ones don't. This one might do with it being a new vehicle. They do want to bring that to all vehicles, though. And they want to update the physics as well. You've got a crime stat in your hangar for driving a Jeep. Shouldn't have been driving a Jeep. What are you doing? Yeah, we certainly shouldn't be complimenting CIG. That's why we get into these problems. Give it time. Hopefully it recovers. So you were in a 127 player org party 2 weeks ago, no server error or nothing. It was very stable. The fact that we're able to do that shows how far it's come. The downside is you can't use VoIP. So no matter how many people there are, like, it would be great if we could have VoIP working where, you know, proximity based. In a group like that, you need it. If you have all 127 people on Discord chatting at the same time, it's just chaos. Yeah, when we first played, all you could do was walk around the hangar, flipping your helmets. Yeah, I think so, Oz. That's a good call, mate. I was thinking that myself, but I just didn't want to get caught out in the middle of it actually coming back to life again. But coffee time. Great idea. Oh. Meant to do that. I would certainly suggest giving it a go, guys. Just re-download the latest patch and try it out. At the end of the day, it depends on what it was that really put you off from playing. That would determine whether or not it's at a point where you can actually get in and enjoy it. Because it's not for everyone yet. But I think if you were playing it, enjoying what you played, but having too much trouble 2 years ago, it's night and day different. At least now with server error, you don't just get kicked out. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing about when you're in the group. And this was one of the reasons why I didn't do anything of this scale. Oh, it's just killed the engine. Until now, because you could spend all that time trying to group up and get together, and then the minute you do, you have a crash. And then everyone has to sort of relocate and do it again. And it was a pain in the ass. Careful out here. I'm gonna shut you in there, because I don't know if you're gonna survive this without any armor and stuff. I never thought of that. Here is that one that we just took out. Hello there. Don't know your name because your flipping handle's not showing, but how you doing? Got a wolf? I don't know who that is either. Are they even in the party? The problem is when you jump through from one system to the next, it can completely remove handles. Like, isn't that the Anaki? Isn't that APOT? And I don't even have his handle. Alright, spread out everyone. Let's scan the area, see what we can find. See if there's any caves, in fact. If you don't need to scan, just fly around. Let's get a bit of range going. Kind of a circumference or a radius. Let's say 20 kilometers. Traveling at the speed of sound. Let's get a 20-kilometer... Oh, for the smaller vessels, anyway. 20-kilometer radius around this point. And just sort of see what you find. Let's see if there's any caves or harvestables or minables out there. Yo, Gallo, how you doing? Welcome. Let's try to be nice and efficient. Smooth. Keep security up as well, just in case. If there's anyone needing a refuel, you can coordinate with Jolina and the Starfarer. Are we gonna drive it in? Hang on. Did you need oxygen? I'll drive in, Apox. Stay where you are, mate. The only thing that put me off with the server issues, even as a solo player, I never got ganked or anything like that. Had some potential gambling interactions at some loading bays, but talked my way out. Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to come in forward just because it's just going to be much easier. Look out! Alright. I think I'm in. We are backwards. When I turn right, it goes left. When I turn left, it goes right. I still haven't sorted that out. I sorted it out the other day. Maybe previous to this patch. And it worked fine. And then it's just suddenly geared itself back again. Off we go. Yeah, let's get some information gathered. Hello. Is that what it's like outside? Oh, blimey, it is. Downside of the compass stuff is my FPS compass compared to my ship compass give different readings, which is so annoying, so weird. No. But it, yeah, absolutely, Karu. We do need mapping tools. We need all that jazz. It's all part of the plan. It just, you know, sooner than later would be best. So hopefully we're getting some good information coming in. We've got people out there. We are looking around. Everyone's very prepared. Don't know if friend requests are working, but I've just sent them. Very desolate looking place. But good to see so many out doing stuff. Yeah, markers, planned routes, that's like the whole navigational side of things. When we have a proper working, fully fleshed out star map, having a proper navigator would be great for plotting routes based on dangers, fuel, potential stop-offs and whatnot. There's so many reasons to have someone in a role as a navigator, someone who knows where to go and what to avoid. I got no water. I suppose proper gravity and inertia is still way off. One of my major pet peeves since the beginning is how ships still fly as if they attach to a stick being waved around. Yes, so the new flight model will cater for that, where instead of ships just being able to go and come to a standstill, you're going to need to keep either thrust or not at all, depending on the type of ship. But yeah, that's the new flight model. I don't know when that's coming. I'm hoping it's a this year thing, but it's such a big amount of work, which will include quantum changes as well, quantum travel changes. I'm hoping it's a this year thing. I believe it will be, whether it's all at once or incrementally, but they haven't confirmed that yet. Last we heard is that it's going to take a while for the new quantum travel mechanics to come over from Squadron to the PU. The new NPC is navigating. They've got the new, they're implementing the new 3D voxel grids now, aren't they? Which should benefit in terms of navigating in EVA. NPCs being able to actually go into different volumes, you know, like into your ship, so boarding. It'd be very interesting to see what occurs then. There's Ekin, who was already here. Good to finally get you in, mate. Emily, you're a fairly new player to Star Citizen. Can I ask, what are we trying to achieve? Right now, this is mostly practice. Org practice for... Oh, we found a cave for exploring the area. Alright, I'm going to go down and have a look. For getting ready for when Nix 1 comes along, the new Planet Tech, Genesis Planet Tech, and learning the best way to do stuff when it comes to exploring. You might need your helmet back on. Are you coming on? Yeah, I mean, once Squadron does come out, there will be some good stuff coming to us. It's not necessarily the sort of be-all and end-all, because there's a lot of work still needed, you know, regardless of Squadron. Don't forget your helmet. It might be a bit hot out here. Alright, can we open the door, Apoc? I'm just going to lower it myself, if you don't get round to it, mate. Yo, Road, how you doing? This is the Carrack. Alright, let's get looking. See what we got down here. We'll get checking to see if there's any Janolite. That's one thing we want to be looking out for. But just be prepared. Let's stick together in case there are Copians. We don't want to go too far on our own. Let's take a look. Welcome, everyone. Alright, we'll split into two groups. If there is... Does that go any further on down there? Just someone check to the right. Keep listening out, in case you hear any Copian. Do we have anyone with a mining tool that can... I mean, we should be able to tell the different minables. That's some... Is that Aphorite or Dollarvine, the green one? It's not really worth much. Keep an eye out for these minables, because I might miss some. We can spread out a little bit, but try not to go wandering off unless you've got someone else close by. Just in case. Because last time we came to a cave, it all sounded like quiet. Alright, dead end down here, guys. It all sounded quiet, and then all of a sudden, there was Copian everywhere. Yeah, that's true, Apoc. Temps are much better, aren't they, down here? Dolomite. Yo, Ghost, how you doing? What is going on with the ground textures? Other streamers had it too, and also me and friends, but when I redo graphics, the medium, again, it comes back. I think there's a bug with low right now, isn't there? Where it doesn't show... oh, shit. Graphics on low. Has that been fixed, or is it still a problem? Dead end? Yeah, dead end down here. Alright. Looking at the map, it looks like this is the only way that could potentially lead anywhere. Have we explored everything? Is it all pretty much empty now? See, it'd be so cool with proper VoIP where you can hear the echo. Yeah, wasn't it just low that had the bug? I take it they didn't fix that then. Alright, one of you two, you come with me. The rest sort of push on. Has anyone found an ice cave yet? Or no, they didn't get brought in, did they? Oh! Oh, that's Hadanite. Has anyone got a mining tool? That's just Hadanite, I think. Not Janelite. Janelite's orangey yellow. If we find Janelite, we're mining it. If it's just Hadanite, feel free to mine it. Make yourself some cash, but I'm not too fussed. Breathe in these spores. Could you imagine though that where you breathe in these spores and then you come back and give that off, give that to the crew? Oh wait, where are we? Oh, okay. Is that Hadanite again? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to start going topside again. Keep an eye out if there's any more minables on the way out. Let me see if I can... oh, actually, is there more to explore here? Or have we done it all? I don't think we've been this way. Or I haven't been this way, anyway. Alright, it's a dead end. It's a dud. Nothing else up here. Yo, Loud, how you doing? Yeah, Pyro cave. Forgotten Vet, welcome. Mark Bravo, welcome. Exclamation org, sir. And then, yeah, if you are joining the org, guys, make sure you join Discord as well. Can't get you involved in this op today, but keep an eye on the events for future ones. You need to be a part of the Discord as well, just so that we can coordinate and get comms working. Yeah, Molina should. At the end of the day, that kind of stuff, like infection... needing to quarantine and so forth, that will be part of the whole medical gameplay at some point. I don't know when, probably not for a while. Hello, what's this? Why can't I lay down? There we are. There's nothing in there but mushrooms. I don't know. Let's not risk that. It's not worth it. Alright, let's start making my way up. If I can figure it out. Oh, Christ. Nearly fell down. Must be this way. No, it's not. Which way is it? Someone guide me out of here. I can't find the way. Oh, we're at the other side. Okay, I know where I'm going. This looks like it's the way. Are you all right there? You come in as well. Just hang on. There's one person still left. Let's try and help this guy out of here. Let's try and get this dude over here. I don't know if he knows his way. Yo, Jelly, how you doing? Jedi, welcome. Burks, welcome. Yeah, very Last of Us, absolutely. Where's he gone? We need to go down here. Look, follow me. You can easily get turned around in these places. Wait, where'd he go? Are we missing someone? He's just disappeared. Did he respawn? I do forget we have mini-maps. I really do. There was that sneak peek of what looks to be, on the monthly report, which looks to be an ice cave. Ha! But more like the ice cave, more like the caves that we have in Pyro now, where they actually have kind of caches and underneath and rooms and doors. Yo, Puff, how you doing? Be cool if there's a certain area where the caves have writings on the wall. Flippin' heck, who's this? You coming in then? That scared me to death. Did not expect that. Oh. Now that's the view. Wow. Well, that was a good find. Has anyone else found anything more around this area, this point of interest? This sort of stuff could be jotted down. I love that there is.
Look up.
I know, I looked. I saw you. That was quite the view. What is this? I think I found the Ursa rover. What the flipping heck is that? And what's that? We're not landed on something, have we? That's weird. Alright, let's rally up. If there's someone mining, then, you know, let's offer a support. Just some security, just a little security. Rest of us, let's rally up and get back en route again to the next location, and we'll start doing the same thing. We find location, we spread out locally on foot and at distance to see what's around. Some fungus among us. As a side note, has anyone found an envelope? I haven't, but other people have, so they do exist. Yeah, Mac was here. Just scratch it on the wall. Oh yeah, Artex, the Descent movie. I can't wait to see things like that. APOC! No, it's not APOC. I was thinking it's like he's actually gotten up off his seat. Nice one, APOC. Thank you, sir. Again, while we're down in these caves, if anyone wants to grab anything, you're more than welcome to while we're there. Try and be quick with it, but you're more than welcome to grab it. If we see Janelite, do take note. Do grab that. Alright, we are on our way again. Kenny! Roughneck, welcome. I wonder when we're going to get those quasi-grazers. Not quasi-grazers, sorry, the Breel Stalkers. You're mostly a solo. Oh, as a mostly solo player, coming out of a cave and seeing an Idris in the sky is very intimidating. It is, yes. It would be very worrying. David, how you doing? Good morning. We're around Pyro today. What time is it where I am? 10 to 4. Red one. Yo, DB Chevy, how you doing? I'm on the same boat as the other guy. I have the game I joined years ago, but never play it because it runs like absolute garbage for me. I used to try, but no matter... When was the last time you played, Chevy? Alright, off we go. Venturing out again, seeing where we end up. Yo, Speakeasy, how you doing? So everybody just does what you tell them. What, me? Not necessarily, but, you know, it does help having a hierarchy and people coordinating together. It's not like I'm big boss man that you get into trouble if you don't do as I ask. But yeah, we're doing a little practice run. Trouble is, with VoIP not working, I keep off Discord when there's a big org op because there's just so many voices. But it's, yeah, when we do get, what do you call it, VoIP working, it'll be a whole different story. Yeah, I figured as much, Chevy. Definitely try it again, mate. Try it again. It's changed a lot since last year. Sorry, the year before. Well, Nexus is big boss, man. But his orders come from me. Yo, Sandy, yeah, the tutorial. It's not the best. Very nice, APOC. Yeah, Terminus, cool place, but quite depressing. Agreed. It is cool, though. But yeah, what we'll do, when we find the next location, let's establish security first. If that requires taking out turrets and whatnot, then so be it. If we can avoid any form of combat, then that'll be good, but don't worry. So establish security, keep the airspace clear. Remember that if there is anyone out there wanting to do damage, they're going to be at a range that you won't be able to see them, or they're going to be hiding. So keep security ships circling the fleet once we're stationary at a good range. In fact, I'll do that myself. I'll jump into a Hornet when we get to the next spot on the Idris. And we'll keep that security perimeter around, just so that you can detect them straight away. Then I want the 85Xs to spread out, and other vessels as well, to spread out and just take note of what is around in the area. Scan, look for caves, see what harvestables pop up. Try to kind of get into the habit of that, because when it comes to doing it on Nix 1, we're going to have to deal with a whole different biome, a whole different tech setup, and potentially a lot more information exposed to us as well. So this sort of stuff will be jotted down, we'll be writing it. If you want to practice that, go ahead, but I'm not expecting it right now. We haven't technically done a... Welcome, Mac. We have done... we haven't done a pre-arranged org v org. We fought the Griefernet a while back. We've probably come up against smaller orgs at times. But we haven't done a pre-arranged, you know, friendly org v org battle. We certainly will do, though. With your Idris parked like that, anyone not doing anything should be practicing touch and goes for faster deployment. Yeah, we're all just having a chilled out time more than anything. We're not super strict right now with making sure that everyone is doing something. We practice as we go. If we have set detailed practices, then we absolutely get on that. But right now it's more of just a casual chill out thing. What's my favourite Zero to Hero ship? Clipper. I really like the Clipper, especially when 4.7 comes along, if crafting is in with that one. Although saying that, I really enjoy the Cutter. Just this little transit van that looks like it's been converted into, you know, a camper. It's so nice. I don't know, was anyone refueling then? I don't believe so, but they might have been. Just going to nip to the loo. We do have a Starfarer with us, in case we need to. And we can utilise that. The only downside is, I think there's a bug where it stops people from using the bed. Is that correct? The bed logging? I can't remember. star cookies. Mmm. Very nice. Yo, Dragon Kong. Yeah, I have motion smoothing on. Seems to have helped. Right. Going to a new location. It would be nice to be able to draw a mustache on the character while he was gone. Like marker pen physics and just scribe different styles on glasses and things. Yo, Star, how you doing? If you are on Windows, go to settings and find out about the processor. Both the cutter and clipper will fit a pulse. Yes, it will. Very nicely as well. I love the idea of being on my clipper with a pulse in the cargo bay, crafting a new component for it or an upgraded component for it, and then fitting it inside the bay while the ramp's down, it's raining outside. Yes, teabagging is forbidden. Not just me. That must be Pyro 5. Are we off to Pyro 4? Oh, is it Pyro 5? I don't know where I am. Maybe not. That's a lot bigger as Pyro 5. Lucatus, welcome. It's a big gassy ball of green. Is it where the ships start turning green as well? Alright, yeah. You can see the kind of... everything goes green. Have I died with the pulse and the clipper? Your alt Loki is getting one. I don't think I have. But it's not to say that it wouldn't happen. It certainly could happen. I almost died trying to get a dragonfly in there. That wasn't a good plan. But yeah, the clipper fits nicely. You just got to go, you know, really reduce your speed, of course, your throttle, and go to the lowest possible height, and then just slowly creep in. Shepard, how you doing? What happens if someone random is in the cave or an area you guys are heading to? There will be some kind of interaction. Hopefully, and generally, it would just be a, hi, how's it going? They might panic and get out of there. Or it may result in some combat. We try to refrain from just shooting first. There's, you know, our rules of engagement aren't to shoot first. We generally have, on average, the bigger force. So we don't need to open fire immediately. And we would evaluate the threat first before we do. But we have, you know, if someone just suddenly shoots someone in a cave, we have backup. We have people who can help. We have respawn beds. But if someone opens fire first and attacks, then we tend to shoot back, of course, as you can imagine. But most times, we either fight and destroy them, or we go our separate ways, or they say hello, or whatever. Yes, Match, this is the next location. Pyro 4, I think. We all have tea. Not necessarily teabagging. Good afternoon, Damage. How you doing? Alakai, welcome, guys. L7. Yeah, stun rounds. Oh, there's just... The reason why I love streaming is because Star Citizen is so vast with what we already have and the depth to all the different mechanics that we have. But then there's also so much yet to come. And every time someone says something or we have a conversation, there's something else popping up that's like, oh yeah, forgot about, you know, like we were talking about bounty hunting the other day. There will be that Preacher Armaments stun gun or whatever it is, where we will be able to incapacitate and tie up, capture. There's just so much to it. Look at this weird terrain tile. Look at that. It looks like a circuit board. Oh, I can't wait for Genesis. It makes you impatient for 1.0. I know, tell me about it. It's not... I'm not too bad with that in that regard. I'm not someone... Like, I look forwards to 1.0. I look forwards to post 1.0 as well. But right now, the biggest thing that's just on my mind is Genesis. And just what that's going to be like, stepping foot on this whole new planet for the first time. With creatures, and, you know, as part of it, not just set pieces of resources to be found there, of points of interest and things to explore. I just can't imagine what it's going to be like. Yeah, it's a shame, Gene. Forbidden Welcome, being able to turn people in alive would be so cool. Yeah, absolutely. And as we kind of understand, last we heard, there's going to be bounty hunting headquarters, or whatever they are. I can't remember what they call them. At various main cities. I'm assuming most main cities, but I don't think it'll be everywhere. Where you can take your captured bounties to, hand them in, claim money on that bounty. Dead or alive, you know. Having pizza in Star Citizen, we can dream. We can all dream, can't we? Yo, Car Geek, how you doing? Getting my main PC from my parents' house. Right now, I am using my racing rig with DDR3. Gonna be nice when I get my PC this weekend, as I can barely play the game. Yeah, that'll be... There's, I think, is that your RAM DDR3? It certainly will struggle. We need a lot more optimizations before that's even possible, although I don't even know if they're gonna enable that option. Well, not enable, you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean, all the... I love the Cutlass Blue with its sort of rotating capture pods. That's going to be a fun one. Alternaut, welcome. We need CIG to build in a system where we can design and build our own ships. No, we don't. We don't want people just, you know, putting together... Oh, they're going through atmosphere, aren't they? They're not getting shot down. Okay, that's all right. The amount of the monstrosities that players will come up with when it comes to ship building is just going to be awful. What we do have, I suppose, is the ability to craft, like this ship. We could craft this ship at some point. Not now, when we get ship crafting in. We'll be able to craft it based on the blueprints from the manufacturer. Yeah, we don't want, you know, random player ships popping up, because the amount of detail and skill that goes into creating a ship in Star Citizen is not something you can just sort of Lego together. Dance Dance Revolution. Knowing that stuff will be wiped someday breaks part of the future. Yes, as in for now, playing now. That's, I think, the hardest thing for me personally is knowing that whatever I do now will get wiped eventually, be that prior to 1.0 or inevitably 1.0. Like, that's one of the worst sort of thoughts when it comes to the drive to play. But what I really love is that any time I spend playing Star Citizen is an investment in my fun, my enjoyment, the org, my business, you know, my work. So for me, it's not too bad. But I do get, like, when we get base building, it's going to be even harder. You have intel for me if I want it. What's... Oh, go on, tell me. What you got? Tell me. Intel on what, though? Lobster, welcome. Unless you're on Gray's team. Yeah, building the Gray's thingy. 890 jump and Starlancer Max. Both unknown next to a cave at Shepherd's Rest. Thank you, sir. I don't know if we're going to be venturing that far, because... Or not necessarily that far, but to Shepherd's Rest. Look at these weird textures. That's something that Genesis will be getting rid of, is that horrible sort of patterned texture of the planet's surface at range. It's just god-awful. Maybe we are going to... Is this Shepherd's Rest? I can't recall. We might be doing... It's not up to me where we go, but we're not necessarily grabbing ships. We do have a moth, though, if people want to go and salvage. They're more than welcome to. This is that Shepherd's Rest area, isn't it? I mean, it just looks... Yeah, I see what you mean by the... So, it must not just be... Oops. Oh, no. I didn't mean to take control there. I hope I haven't taken control. I need to come out of there. Look at all these caves here. I'm sorry, APOC. I accidentally clicked on the controls. I'm hoping you still got controls. Yeah, the ground textures. Something really weird going on there. Because I've got mine at high, I think. Yeah, ground texture's high. You can't go any further than that. You got low or high. Ah, Nexus. Hello. Nice to see you, sir. But yeah, all the ground textures are weird. That's new. I don't know who it was that was just mentioning that, but yeah, they absolutely stink. What the hell was that? Was that your missile launcher? Oh no, okay. Disposable. How you doing? Nice to see you. Are you well? Flying Buttress, welcome. Yeah, I didn't realize they were that bad at the moment. I wonder what's going on there. End of the day, Genesis is coming. I'll get rid of all this crap, but still, it looks appalling. All right, I'm going to stand up there and have a look at the fleet doing their thing.
Take off. Complete takeoff.
And I might make my way over to the Rev right now to see about getting a, what do you call it? Oh, shit, sorry. A bit of DC in there. I didn't know you were coming. Thank you, APOC. See about taking up a Hornet. It's the surface textures from the glass. What do you mean? Like if you look normally, they're not like that. Oh, okay, APOC, I'll do that. If you go to the MTC, there's a cave in the valley to the Carrack's back right. All right, copy that. Oh, did you want to come in? Yeah, it doesn't matter, I think, what you set it to. 35 people on Discord. Very nice. Alright, good to lower the door for me, APOC. I'm heading on out, mate. Don't know if anyone else is coming on board. Are you guys coming? I will head out now. No news yet, Lobster, no.
But
other than
coming within 85. 85x for you to get when you're out.
Oh, nice one. Okay. Are you guys coming in? Last person closed the door, so I know that we're all in. Yo, Pilong Racing. Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's just that the graphics are old. It's more to do with the streaming of them rather than it being old. All right, let's try and get out of here. Hopefully we don't run anyone over. So the rear right, which is that one over there, isn't it? We'll check this one out, as there's already people checking that one out. Oh, we've got water there. Let's go around the water. And there's a cave there as well. Oof! Caves everywhere. I can't wait to be driving around Genesis planets, though. Going through forests, creatures, and points of interest, and maybe more weather, seasons. It's going to be beautiful. Yo, Noah, how you doing? Yeah, it'd be great getting the pool tables working, absolutely. That will be such a nice thing to do on board. That one's requiring a bit of a... We'll do it. Let's go over it. We can head down that little valley area there. Try and go over the hill just... In fact, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go up. Get a nice view. Genesis will pretty much... I mean, it changes everything from a planetary scale. Like, it won't fix, you know, bugs with ships and stuff like that, but it brings what we need for the future of pretty much many different gameplay mechanics. Ah, it's one of these caves where they have things inside and people inside, and maybe a Copian as well, so be careful. Alright, who's all this lot? Just NPCs dotted around it. We have arrived. Genesis Planet is referring to the planet Tech. Sorry, Cargeek. So Genesis is basically Planet Tech version 5. We're currently running Planet Tech version... It's a bit of a... Okay, it's just dark. Planet Tech version 4. Planet Tech version 5 brings... the next generation of planets to Star Citizen. Visually, they look like the best planets I've ever seen. But technologically wise, very important with, soil quality, minables spread out in a natural way. You've got seasons and points of interest dotted around. That makes sense. What we've got in here? Anything of any use? Beradom, Glycosite. I'm not going to take any of this, but I will take some of that. Alright, I'm going down this way. This cave is APOC. Is this the one with the little caches and things inside? Yo, original grip, how you doing? I'm alone. Yeah, have a look at the latest CitizenCon Direct live stream. They're they did like a 2-hour live stream last year, end of last year, and during that time they showed off their current status with Planet Tech and how far it's come. I mean, it's just phenomenal. It really is. Hello, Star. Keep an ear out, because last time I was in a cave like this, there was one random Copian, but I heard it way before I saw it. They do plan on bringing boats, and the likelihood is eventually submersibles and things like that as well. Right now, it is not the priority, but Squadron has boats. It has boat physics and technology, so they will absolutely do that. And they want, proper water gameplay, missions, and I mean, at the end of the day, a ship might crash on a body of water, and it'll need to be explored or gathered. I think they're friendly. Don't fire. Yeah, they're alright. Let's just... Don't fire, Star. Let's just do a bit of looting. Leave them be. They're just NPCs. They're chilling out. They're not doing anything. This is the same cave layout, though, as the previous one we were in. I'm hoping Genesis will update that as well, where we... In fact, what was that? Where we have different... Oh, that's right. More unique caves than just, the same sort of layouts repeated. Yo, Dutchy Holland, how you doing? Well, Star Citizen, mate. Welcome to the verse. If you have any questions, by all means, ask away. Well, yeah, I mean, Genesis is not necessarily... I mean, it does use procedural generation, but it's not like you see with games like Elite or No Man's Sky, where it's, they're just pumping out planet after planet. There's more to it than that, and there's... Genesis is actually a group of technologies that come together to create the planets. like a full-on ecosystem with creatures and NPCs having their day-night cycles. Starcitect being that system that populates the planets with points of interest that are relevant to them. So, like, a gang outpost would have derelicts dotted around them because they've been shot down. Mining outposts might have caves, distribution centers, storage, refineries, that kind of stuff. Just things that make sense. And as much as Nyx 1 may not come completely, you know, flooded with points of interest because lore-wise it's not been established that long, other planets will. Yo, Ranger. It's an org-only event today, and it's just for current members of the org. We will, if you want to join the org, by all means do so. We will have other org events as time goes on. But yeah, today it's just an org-only thing. Shui, welcome. Any idea when the next wipe will be? We're not going to get a wipe. The next wipe will probably be 1.0. We're going to get, as they put it, targeted... what was it? Targeted... Where have you gone? Oh, Star. I can't remember how they put it. What did they say?
Targeted wipe.
No, it wasn't wipe. It was targeted something actions. Like, targeted direct actions. There was no, like, wipe idea. Yo, Herminator, how you doing? Yeah, Squadron is single player. It's just more of a narrative-driven story. Same universe. Alright, we're good, Star. We're going out now, mate. Nothing to see down here, sir. You don't need to salute me. I want targeted corrections. That's the one. Oh shit! Targeted corrections. That's what it was put. Sorry, we got away with it. So it's not going to be like a full blanket wipe. It's going to be small things here and there that will correct issues that have.
Searching the area.
All right, Star. Let's get out of here, mate.
Came across a body. Going to investigate the area.
Thank you, Gonzo. Yeah, targeted actions. Shit, I've gone the wrong way. All right, I'm coming to you.
Let's track him down quick.
Information spreads slowly. I definitely think you should give it another go, Nice. I really think you should try it again, but there are still bugs. There are still problems. But in comparison to you know what you were dealing with last time you played, I feel like it'll be very much night and day different. Thank you, Step. In-game politics. Well, yeah, we will see it unfolding in locations, as we already have with the Imperator. I knocked him out. He's alright. Oof, that was close. Alright, we're pushing on. Yeah, jump back in, guys. There's no wipe coming. They're just doing targeted corrections based on, I assume, you know, people using exploits. So if you've been using exploits, expect to see some you know, things gone money wise, maybe items you've bought with them. That's my theory with it. But yeah, it's not going to be like, you know, everyone's getting wiped. Yo, Hampius, how you doing? Alright, so do I have an 85X? Is someone able to drive this back? Did I have an 85X here to fly? If one of you could take that back to the...
Yep, take the 85. We'll
Thanks.
drive the MTC back.
Thank you very much. Yeah, they scare me, Len.
Concierge service.
Appreciate it. The, am I at the right side here? Is it? Yes. No. Ah. I just want to get in. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yo, Alkin, how you doing? Do you remember the old video showing the NPCs going around turning lights on as it became night and turning them off? I don't recall it, no, but they will do that, of course, when, you know, when that is, they will have that night and day and reactions to things.
Weapons deactivated. Launch complete. Landing gear raised.
Ooh, this is a funny thing to fly. I have not flown... I don't think I've ever flown this vehicle, come to think of it. Alright, am I loading back up into the Revenant? Am I loading back up into the Rev?
Your call, boss.
Are we done in this location, or are we moving on? I think if we've checked it out enough, we can all regroup, move on to the next spot. I see people are nicely spread out, so I think we've done enough checking.
We'll be moving to a different location on the same moon.
Copy that. All right, we'll all regroup, move together. Or do you mean we can all move as one without having to regroup, or just load back in? Silence. There's like no sound to this vehicle at all.
Revenant is ready to receive you.
Copy that. I'll make my approach now. Look at that view. So beautiful. Yeah, shame there's no real sound to this vehicle. It's an old vehicle as well. Probably needs updating with all that stuff. Whoa.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
Are we on fire?
Engines inactive.
Are we getting out or what? Oh, I need a drink. Flipping heck. Yeah, speed limiter. Don't forget the speed limiter. If you're flying inside a hangar, how you doing? Thank you, Starbirdo. Appreciate that, mate. Head on up to the bridge. Oh, I get a drink on the way. Does anyone on the bridge need a drink? Oh, they're all on the bridge. I don't need the drinks. Right, off we go to the next
You
spot.
needed.
Say that again.
Sorry, wrong keybind.
I don't know what they... I have mine bound to something else for speed limiter. Yo, mod, how you doing?
Deacon is fine.
Yeah, copy. Switching to Twitch, are you, Grib? Yo, Jetwash, are you on door duty today? Be so nice when these are actually functioning. Having people man these, like as part of the exploration team as well. If they ever become functional, where you can actually see weather storms coming in and coordinating with information that way, will be so nice. Or have you been without a mouse for so long? I broke the button on my mouse. I need to get a new button, a new mouse. Pressed it too hard and it just collapsed on itself. Ah, I see. So your scroll wheel had died, so you had to use it on something else. Fair enough. Hello, Bear. Are you protecting the bridge, my friend? Can't stop the oxygen from seeping out. Was doing some pre-class coursework during the event. Seemed like so you're actually doing your work. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Appreciate it. Right, let me get a drink. Hello, Deacon. Oh, we've only got... Oh, no, I'm looking at... Oh, I've got a bottle. I was looking at the wrong flipping side there, thinking that we only had one on, but I've got plenty. Very sort of jittery at the moment. I've noticed a lot of other people saying that they're having that issue. It's like ground textures and jitteriness. Let me try and go to third person, just sort of see if the ground textures are there or not. Yo, Citizen Drake, how you doing? Devil Dog, welcome.
It's very prominent once you're out of quantum for the first time.
Oh, the jitteriness.
Yeah, the LOD is not loading for the planets.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know what's going on here. Floorboard, how you doing? Say Carly after a whistle. My dog twisted her head at the Carly! Carly! Come on! Just runs into the TV. Space Beatus. With all the crews, yeah, people drinking. I drink water, if you notice. I only drink cruise if that's all that's available. But a lot of people drinking that cruise. A big recall notice. We actually got a recall notice on something we got from Hobbycraft, which was a free gift if you spent over like 20 quid or whatever. And they recalled it because it has asbestos in the glitter. Thankfully, we never used it. Lord Don, welcome. But if you bought anything from Hobbycraft, just check their recalls list. Because, yeah, that's kind of problematic. Technically, there may be another type of drink that gives you just more pure hydration efficacy versus cruise. But I think cruise is technically the meta drink because you get your hydration updated, you get your nutrition updated as well. Yeah, to be fair, I only really drink coffee, water, or tea. I do have some electrolytes that I drink that kind of flavors it. Maybe a bit of fresh orange now and again, but it's mostly just water throughout the day and then coffee or tea as a hot drink. Kind of the same. No, I don't drink milk. I mean, we have soy milk, but I don't have that in... I may have that when I'm doing like a smoothie, or if I fancy a latte, which is... I drink black coffee and black tea. Fermented hops tea. What is that? Do I cardio to counter the death time? Not as much as I should. I do calisthenics in my garage. And I have a treadmill. And I should do more cardio. But I don't. Oh, I drink beer and cider. Yeah, I suppose there's that as well. But not that often. The only time I tend to drink any form of... I mean, it's all non-alcoholic anyway, but the only time I ever have a beer or a cider is while I'm streaming. But I do drink a lot of water, though. Yeah, oat milk is nice. Oat milk's really nice. She's not impressed you dropped the bone. Carly! Come on. Don't know why I'm clicking like she's a horse. Cass Joe, how you doing? Welcome. Next time you're in a cave, have the geopilot direct you to all the good stuff. That's a good call. They can see it on their scanner, can't they? Oh, is that what kombucha is? Fermented hops. I'm unsure. Yeah, I only tend to have water and it's empty. In fact, talking of which, I think I have a can of cider in the fridge, so... Yay! My last one! Well, we're saying that we'll be having a delivery today. You drink water, coffee, tea, vodka, bourbon, wine, beer, and coffee. Oh, and also vodka with vermouth. Did I mention vodka? I drink that too. Owe me a beer from CitizenCon. One day you'll buy it back. One day. I'll come knocking. You'll be like, oh, hi. This is not a good time. Yo, Ali. The ship from Avatar. I cannot recall what that looks like. Oh, wait. I haven't finished my coffee. You're right, Starbirdo. You seem to be floating. Right, where are we going? Those ground textures. Look, can you see the ships in front? Look at that. The fleet is moving. We are bringing up the rear. There's the Anaki. And then all the names pop up. I don't know, Boardman. A lot of people are saying about the terrain. It looks astonishingly bad. And I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. At least we've all got our names back, though, so we can see who is who. Can you attempt to change the graphics up and down, just to reset the thing? Is it the ground texture one? Yep. Okay, I'll give it a go. Texture quality, sorry. Texture quality. Oh, okay. That's not doing anything. So that's low. Medium. High. Very high. Unless I'm not giving it long enough. And ultra. The only other fix is Alt F4 and come back, unfortunately. I should probably do it though, just because it looks atrocious. Oh yeah. I'll get out of the seat. It's a shame. It's like a very nice view. Yeah. All right. I take it it's just me at the moment seeing this. Let me get out of the seat, and I'll step aside and Alt F4 and try it. All right. So Alt F4, and then relaunch. And hopefully that'll fix it. Yo, Grizzly. Yeah, it must just be mine. I know other people have mentioned it, but hopefully this will fix it. No, we've not done the Wicklow stuff. I can't be bothered. It's just so much effort. Yo, Nitro, welcome, my friend. You bought an F8 today. Very nice. Have you flown it yet? She's quite a beast, as Gillian Anderson says. Alright, let's try this again. Must be shopping day because Rachel's adding all our food shop stuff to the reminders. You're having issues with textures. Yeah, hopefully this solves it. Sure thing, Nexus. Late comment, but I found red envelopes at Riker Memorial, and I'm curious what the server refresh rate is on them. I don't know. I'm not sure what the refresh rate is. I don't recall coming to this planet. I don't go to Pyro regularly, so whether that's got anything to do with it, I don't know. Yeah, the whole entitlements for vehicles and items and things are getting completely reworked. So I don't know at what point that's going to start rolling out, though. As Benoit said, they're changing it. Oh, that's... Yeah, I think it's fixed. Oh, much better. Flipping heck.
Excellent.
I thought it was just the way it was. There goes the moth. There's the Anaki. Anake. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's much nicer. I can't believe how bad it looked. What on earth is this pot plant doing down here? Must have got flung around. I think it's the one on Deacon's desk. You missing a pot plant?
Do me a favor and look up.
Oh, hello there. Is that you?
That's Barry attempting to crash into you guys.
Don't do it. Who's his co-pilot? Trying to hit him with a flare. Oh, look at those cannons all manned, ready to fire. Oh, it looks beautiful out there. Alt F4 and rejoin fixes so many things. No, I don't own IMPOUND. I don't know who the owner is. Alki, welcome by the way. You're jumping on later with a couple of mates. Any suggestions on the loadout for the F8, sorry? What's the best F8 loadout right now, guys?
Distros and ballistics.
What's
or
that?
NDBs.
All NDBs?
Or distros and ballistics.
Distortions and ballistics, is it?
Yep.
Roger. So distortions and ballistics, or all NDBs, they're a good one. Thank you, Nexus. Firing out fireworks. Alright, I assume we're on our way to our next location to explore. The day Nix One lands. And we are out there exploring and jumping from point to point. I mean, obviously there will be points of interest to explore. They will be packed with people. All over the place. But I think with Nix One's graphics, you know, like in terms of just the foliage, the grass, the way the new biomes all look, it doesn't matter where you go, it'll be interesting nonetheless. It'll be interesting seeing the different biomes and how natural and real they look. And it will also be interesting just the different resources and what they have to offer. If you want to know more about it, do check out the Genesis section on CitizenCon Direct, but also watch... Oh, what's it called? I can't remember what the title of the stream was. It was one of the CitizenCons from the year before last, where they spoke about starcitect. It was about their whole new engine and how starcitect works in terms of clusters and sectors, and just watch that as well. It'll give you an idea of what to expect. What are my feelings about the Drake Ironclad? I'm really excited for that. It looks like an incredible ship with a lot of use cases for, you know, hauling, transporting vehicles. It'll be a great vehicle transporter for the Org as well, I suspect. And it's Drake. We'll have the command module. Yeah, very excited for it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how science gameplay works. That's, you know, using a Reliant Sen, going to a location and testing samples of soil, or testing different plant types and whatnot for its properties and so forth. There's so much they could do, and I mean, they haven't mentioned about science gameplay being anywhere near ready to start rolling out. There is still, I think, the fundamentals of, you know, mining, and not fundamentals, but the basic ones are yet to be spoken about. Are we deploying now? Before they start working on that, but it's, I don't even think science is meant to be a 1.0 feature, is it? Or mechanic. See you later, Alcatraz. Safe travels, my friend. Have you not found any Alzanol? Have you run into a cheat where people don't take ship damage? Welcome, Crispy. We got into a PvP bounty and there were 3 of us hitting a ship with ballistics and it did not take any damage and shot all of us down multiple times. Not that I'm aware of. Have anyone in the org noticed that? Or anyone on chat noticed that? Not to say it doesn't happen. What ship were you fighting? Yeah, it could have been desync. Welcome, Savior Ace. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing with science, it can kind of come into other areas, couldn't it? Like, you got the idea of looking at soil samples is farming, I suppose. I don't know what they're planning to do science-wise, and it's been a long while since they spoke about it. So it would be good to get an update as to what's happening.
Docking request received.
Are we docking? We can't dock, can we?
Docking request received.
Are we having issues? This, TJ, is the Idris. The Aegis Idris. It's the old model. We still need the Squadron 42 model, as you can see. It's quite a sizable ship. With a very nice hangar bay. And still some geometry stuck that we can't get rid of. There's always something. Whenever a new patch comes along and Deacon gets the Idris out for the first time, there's always something that gets stuck almost immediately. Look at that. That's a nice view. No, not the Javelin. No, the Javelin isn't in-game for players to use yet. Your friend experienced an unkillable ship in Arena, Commander. Interesting. It was a Scorpius, was it? Yeah, exactly. Nice. It touches on everything, doesn't it? Science. So it kind of it falls into other gameplay mechanics. But that's not to say that you can't go and do something science-based. You know, when we have things like crafting and quality items, or various qualities and getting resources, trying to find. I don't know where they'll go with it. SE Haulers, how are you doing today, mate? Nice to see you. What was elite stuff? Like, for science, I don't want it to be click a button and wait. You know, like the whole like researching blueprints and things. I don't want it to be click a button, a time frame comes along, and then you've researched the next, you know, level. I want it to be more hands-on and tangible. The battle cruiser Squig, I think people will. Yeah, I won't be because I won't be able to afford it, but I'm sure someone in the org will be acquiring it, if not a few people. Yo, NM, is that your succulent? Wait. Is that the one that's... Oh, as in you actually... No, I didn't leave that there. I didn't put that there. Deacon decorated with that one. Arena does work, but it's not... Like, the damage in Arena Commander for ships is not the same as the damage in Star Citizen, in the PU. So I wouldn't use it as a sort of testing ground for that kind of stuff. Yeah, I took a screenshot. Yes, I think quality should be coming with crafting. I believe so. Phantom, welcome. There has been a few people talking about the Javelin coming at Invictus. Oh, could you imagine? Yeah, with the Mauler coming for the strike teams. Oh, that would be cool. Yo, White Canary, how you doing today? Maybe science can use materials from mines to complete research or something in addition to rare things to find in the wild. Maybe getting gases from a gas planet. Well, yeah, but I mean, that would fall into refueling. I just, you know, science is supposed to be a type of profession or gameplay mechanic in Star Citizen. I don't know personally how they plan to do it. I don't think they've ever really elaborated on how you would do that. Can anyone remember anything that was said about science? They may change their minds on it, I don't know, but, you know, with the Reliant Sen being a science-orientated ship, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Like, can you study plants for finding properties outside of just, you know, like what you would on Skyrim or whatever? You would eat something and you would learn something about it, and then you would keep using it and you would learn something again. I would like that to be kind of the process where you can study it and see different things that connect, but it feels like a lot of depth that I think they intended originally, but may require a bit too much time. I mean, at the end of the day, post 1.0, if it's not something for 1.0, there's no reason why they can't push any, like, when the time comes. The same goes for all the mechanics in Star Citizen. 1.0 will be the starting point, not the starting point, but the sort of release point of everything. They will still build on everything. Yo, Narwhal. ETA 2035. Max, how you doing? Yes, the Idris, mate. Malakax, welcome. You was at Hurston one time and everyone on the server died at once. Yeah, there has been, in the past, some hacking, cheating problems. I'm sure they will still exist, but they act on them and they obviously take action, but they also don't like to highlight what they're doing when they take action, so that the people doing it don't know what they're doing so that they can counter it. But there has been... It was the patch where they disabled easy anti-cheat. Was it 4.4? And then... sure thing, nice. Have a good one, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. And then they re-enabled it because so many people were cheating and hacking during a free play. If they do get Squadron pushed out this year, I could see all non-release ships out this year, although the BMM... No, they haven't got... They can't work on all the ships. Things like the Endeavour, the Bengal Carrier, maybe. Is that what... Do you mean just the Squadron vehicles? I mean, the BMM isn't coming this year. The Endeavour, the Orion, they're not coming this year. I don't know what else there is that they would... I mean, the Expanse should be, I would think. So I don't know. You watch a channel about pre-Cambrian through Ordovician paleontology. How's a game going to duplicate how we dissolve these mudstones in hydrochloric acid and extract these small, carbon issues? I know, yeah. There's definitely something they could do if they really wanted to in terms of science, where you know, you can alter various things and change the properties and so forth. But I don't know how that would tie in and how much work it's going to require. So I'm not holding my breath for the whole the whole sort of science gameplay, but I would love to see it come along and be something of interest. No, technically, there is a type of character leveling system. It's not, they're not going to have like you're level 5, now you're level 6, and you can suddenly mine something else, or, you know, you can now see these properties. There is a leveling system in the sense that if you run, you will be your cardio will go up. If you swim underwater, your ability to hold your breath will increase, you know, and be better. That's the kind of leveling that they're, like, player skills as such. The more you do something, the more your character becomes accustomed to it and just improves various buffs and things. But it's not going to be a case of, you know, I'm now allocating this skill point. There's no skill points or skill trees. Yo, Abyss. Yeah, I mean, the Arastra, I don't see it coming this year, but I wouldn't say it's too far out. If it's not this year, it could be a next year thing. But I don't know. That's just a guess. Yo, Joshua, we are exploring Pyro today, my friend, in preparation for Nix 1, whenever that comes. There's no dates yet, but whenever it does come. It could be a bug to do with being indestructible. Yeah, that could have been a cause. Boomy, welcome. Honestly, I'd pay for a monthly subscription for a special server that had proper ID verification via passport, 1 account max per person with lifetime ban for cheating and active checking on top of any standard. So like a private server. I can't see them doing that. I know they mentioned the idea of having private servers, but or you know, subscriptions as well. I don't think they're going to bother with those. There's no need. They just need to find ways of keeping people secure. You know, there's ways and means, and they will obviously do their own work and have bespoke systems. They're not just going to use third-party stuff like easy anti-cheat and call it a day. They will find their own ways as well. Well, I wouldn't say there's a huge amount of ship team members working on Squadron. I think most of the ships for Squadron are pretty much done now, barring maybe a little bit of polish here and there. So the majority of the ship team will be working on new ships, bringing in the old ships, and ship-related content, like gameplay mechanics. Do you think we will get another capital ship to buy in-game other than the Jump? Yes, yeah, we will. I don't know, like, these military ships will eventually become available to buy, or to craft, of course. Eventually the Orion, the Endeavour, the Battle Cruiser, you know, there's a lot of capital class size ships that will be available to buy. Not so much private, just separate. So, be the first people to crack fairly widespread cheating. What do you mean, like a separate server that sends cheaters to the server? Or do you mean just you get to go to a private server where you can avoid any cheater joining your server? Thing is, they mentioned about the idea of having private servers. Mithras, thank you for the cheer, my friend. But I personally don't think they're going to do it. They may still do private servers, but I doubt it. They would rather have everyone on one server. Well, I don't... There's not only one way to do something. We can assume there may be only one way, but there's not only one way to do something. There'll be multiple things that they can do to mitigate and restrict cheaters, and obviously banning people when they are found cheating and so forth. It certainly is a serious thing that they are thinking about and will need to consider, because we don't want cheaters at all. Absolutely. Yo, Day, how you doing? Day God. I don't know what planet this is. What planet are we on? Machine Corps, welcome. Do you think they'll remove the stupid seat from the scanner?
This is Pyro, a moon of Pyro.
Ah, thank you. Scanner from the Terrapin. No, why is it stupid?
Also known as the Barbie moon.
I can see why. It's, I expect they will give the scanner seat functionality when they update the signature and scanner systems, so that there is a lot more functionality involved in it, and you know, we can actually use it for a good purpose. Yo, button it. Yeah, same. I'm not giving out my ID. Yeah, the Pioneer will be available in game. They will definitely make it a salvaging equivalent to the Arastra. That's more like a sort of large but not capital size, isn't it? See them, how you doing? What you on about? Many who absolutely hate Force PvP would page it. Oh, they would. I'm sure they would. But they don't want to water down the verse in that way. And I can't see them doing it. Did we just hit someone? What the flipping heck was that? Did someone try to take off? Oh, are we launching?
Some of the guys are attempting to disembark on speed.
Okay, I'll try
One
it.
succeeded,
but,
one failed.
Yeah. I thought I saw something. Oh yeah, the bike's racing over the water. That's a cool idea. Yo, Trouble Magnet, how you doing?
If you're flying out of the rev, fly faster than 85 meters per second on decouple, please.
Okay, I'll wait until we're ready to deploy properly.
Set your spawn, please.
Oh, yeah, good call. Yeah, welcome, Blue. They're not going to do anything that's, you know, going to jeopardize the game in that way. What will happen is Star Citizen's locations will be possible with PvP, but the game will push back in a way that if it happens, it'll fight back. They will, you know, instancing content as well will offer for those who don't want PvP all the time, and I think a lot of it is just based on where you go and what you do will determine how likely PvP is going to be, and how difficult it would be for others to PvP. It's a much deeper system than just they need to do this or they need to do that or there is no way to do this. There's many things they can do, and they will test it all and they will find it all, and instead of telling us everything, they will keep a lot of it quiet so that things cannot be learned and worked around, and people will get banned if they are doing something that's against terms of service, of course. Yeah, security zones where the NPCs and security systems are capable of pushing back, which they're not really yet. Instancing will provide a lot of content for those who don't want anything PvP, but also the systems you go to will heavily determine how much you see PvP versus not. And it's a conversation that I'm not going to have again and again and again. They're building their game. It'll be what it is. People will either like it or not like it, and that'll be it. It's as simple as that. Yeah, exactly, Flood. There is no point to keep rekindling it, because I'm sure everyone has their own opinions on what they should and shouldn't do. And it is irrelevant. It is completely irrelevant. Yeah, I ate it as well. At the end of the day, they want to game master as little as possible and just have the game do the work. Like they say, if they can, then they've failed. So they will find a way to make it work. Angel Life, how you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Are you well? Yeah. Opinions, most of them stink. Absolutely. So we'll draw a line into that conversation, as we always do. Because it is what it is. Whatever they decide is what they'll decide. For their game. For the game that they are creating. Or for Chris's game. Are we still moving? At the moment, the only way to...
Good to go.
The only way you can buy an Idris is during an F5 war. For real money. Or you can earn it via Wicklow. But that's a big, big task. Is that you, Josh?
Core system operational.
Or is that you, Star? Is that you, Star? You just got your helmet off this time.
Engines active.
Are you getting out? What's going on? Are you coming in or what? What's happening? Am I on my own?
Launch complete.
I don't think he trusts your flying.
Raised.
He made the right choice, I think. Alright, I'm out. Well, thank you, Angel Life. Appreciate that, mate. How was your stream? Alright, I'm going to check out this area up here. See what it's like. Let's get a bit more speed if possible.
Inactive.
Don't know how much more, though. Such a silent vehicle. It's such a shame when they're so quiet. Right, how far are we? Let's try and pull a bit more distance. Am I from Macclesfield? No, what's that got to do with SuperMacBrother? No, it was my brother and I that started the channel. So we kind of went with that because we're, you know, gamers from the 90s, I suppose. But I was born in Northampton, so I am more of a southerner than a northerner. But I am living up north now. Berry's coming. See what we got speed-wise in this thing. So far, no caves. Thankfully, you don't need to scan to find caves. They tend to pop up anyway.
We're gonna do sea skimming soon.
Yo, Wandy. How you doing, Vanduul? Ooh, how does that work? You sort of bounce
Fly
off the
as
surface.
close as possible to the sea and try not to crash inside.
Alright, we can do that. Super Macclesfield. I see. Alright, now. No, it's our surname's MacArthur, that's why. Yeah, gamers of the MacArthur clan. We're as old as the hills. Surprised we haven't found any caves yet. How far out are we? Only about 8 kilometers, 6 to 8 kilometers away. Maybe we need to push out a little further. Make sure we're spreading out, seeing what's about. This is a moon. I'm not sure which moon it is. It looks like it might be one of... I mean, all the moons on Pyro seem to be around the gas giant, don't they? Ah, that's Apocalypse.
It's moon called Pyro.
Ah, thank you. Try and do some skimming. I think APOC skimming.
And Anke thinks it's a jet ski, so it's fine.
It's living its best life.
Nice.
That was a questionable move. Something from Highlander. Pretty much is. Well, it's not, but it's an old saying. It's an ancient saying in Scotland about the MacArthur clan. We're as old as the hills and something else, I think it was. Yo, Kenny G, how you doing? Thank you, sir. Try and wave at APOC. Yoo-hoo! Alright.
Please go back to the Revenant.
Yeah,
We're
I'm just
changing
thinking.
location.
We're on my way. Assume it's one of these. Not sure which one exactly. Not that one with Dendra. It must be one of these over here.
Emergency, emergency. The Revenant has sunk.
No! Oh boy. Okay, on way back. Let's all hands on deck. Let's see if we can retrieve it. Don't know how though. Is that the last time you checked it out, Jason? 12 years ago? Must be one of these ships over here. You're a muck plant. We're all a bit of a muck plant, I think, aren't we?
This has been switched to a search and rescue mission now.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we're an old clan, the MacArthur clan. Like I say, there's nothing. I think it's something about. Oh, I can't remember. $12.49. We have, I assume it's the MacArthur clan castle ruins on Loch Awe, because when we helped Robert the Bruce defeat whoever it was, I can't remember, I wasn't there, but he granted us land, and I think a castle on Loch Awe, which we're from Argyle, essentially, but there is still a ruin there. Yo, Clutcher, how you doing? One day I plan to head up there and camp at the ruin, which would be cool. Let me just check what it says so I can remember my own clan's saying. There's theories that we are related to, if, you know, the legendary King Arthur, because we are Clan Arthur, but, well, you know. What's it say? Where is it? So, by fidelity and labour, fide et opera. Can't find it. There's nothing older unless the hills, MacArthur, and the devil. That's the saying. So it's not a MacArthur saying. It's not something we say. It's what they said in Scotland. There is nothing older unless the hills, MacArthur, and the devil, which is quite a sexy. Oh, look at this! Quite a sexy saying. It could be that one, Dunstaffanage. Yeah, is that at Loch Awe? Oh dear. Oh, she's ruined.
Pour one for the mothership.
Yeah, she's absolutely dead. Any survivors?
Deployed.
A few stuck inside. We're trying to rescue them.
Okay.
Landing complete. Engines inactive. Engines active.
Don't like that much.
Launch complete.
Tempting fate, I see.
Landing
course.
complete.
This might not go well. I might need to rescue myself. Take it we don't have any topside airlocks, do we? If we could get them.
No, it's
out.
upside down.
Oh,
Also, are you
nice.
doing like the captain going down with the ship kind of thing?
Are they able? Oh shit! Might have fallen in. I'm dead. Oh no, I can't even respawn because the flipping. If anyone's able to... Oh, 27 seconds. I should have put my helmet on. Yeah, we can salvage the wreckage. Dead. And the Revenant, which
People
is...
remember you with good memories.
Thank you.
07s.
Yes, I'll see you all soon. Oh boy, Siren, how you doing? No, you can't swim at the moment. They are working on swimming, but if I'd have put my helmet on, I would have survived, and I would have been able to just walk around on the floor. Never mind. Not sure of the numbers, but there was something like 15 of us on 7-ish of them. Oh, sorry, you're talking about a battle unit. New to Star Citizen, how can I grind money fast, Xeno? My advice is either bounty hunting, hauling, doing things like the sort of ghillie chain of missions, maybe. It depends on how capable you are with the ship. What else do we think? What ship do you currently have? Yeah, I'm the same, Sandman. I think low flying looks super cool, but it's probably not going to be possible when actual true physics of flight come in. And it's the same with, you know, these people setting these extremely fast track times around various tracks. Like, if you see that, I was like, oh, wow, that's, you know, I mean, there's skill. There's definitely skill involved. There's no denying there's a lot of skill involved in that. But when you're seeing them starting off from the start line, and they're getting full speed, and then they're cutting through various areas that you think a race official would be like, no, mate, you can't do that. To me, it's like, well, they've not really set the best track time. They've just set a track time where they've kind of created the route and bodged the angles for the checkpoints. Yo, Marty, no giveaway today, my friend. It was a bit of a comedy of errors. Revenant went down. Went into the water too much and it couldn't get out again. Yeah, priority missions. They're a good way of making cash right now, actually, yeah. Seeing them do this totally unrealistic flip and turn, yeah, because they decouple. Yeah, it does. It looks silly to me. I think it looks cool, the footage they get. Don't get me wrong. There's no denying that there is skill involved and that it looks damn cool. The difficulty is it's just... It's going to be a waste... But it's not a waste of time. They're enjoying themselves. It does look unrealistic in a lot of the cases, though. Yo, Bat. I can see the beam everywhere. How is... The beam I wear, how is it in-game, do you? I use TOBII, but, you know, for $30, what you get with beam, and now that they've updated it as well, it is pretty phenomenal what they have achieved with, you know, software. $30. If you're interested in eye tracking or head tracking, try it with beam, or go with beam full stop. You know, you need good lighting. It's not something you can do. You can play in the dark. Hello, Jetwash. Did you die as well? No, wait. What are you doing back here? In fact, I'll probably call it a day there, because by the time I get back to Pyro, it'll all be too late. So I'm probably just gonna Alt F4. Thank you, Jetwash. How are you getting on with your work? Have you finished it yet? I bet you haven't. Full atmospheric? Yes, exactly. Proper atmospheric flight. Beam is awesome. So they've actually improved it a lot with their latest updates. I haven't used it since. I use TOBII, so I don't need to use Beam. But there is a free trial for it. So if you are, you know, wanting to... yes, $30, I think, without, even with or without. I don't know if do I offer a discount? I can't remember. I really can't remember if I do or not. But at the end of the day, $30 is a good amount to get head tracking. I would say, but try the free trial and see how you get on. Beam head tracking is phenomenal for the price. It isn't one-for-one tracking. You turn your head, there's a slight delay there, which is somewhat noticeable, and you need to play it in daylight. You need to play it in the light. You can't completely dark out your room like I like to, and you need to have a somewhat semi-decent head tracker. Camera. If that's all right for you, then go for it. And you know, TOBII does it perfectly, and it is the best head tracking in my opinion. The only downside is that it's almost 10 times the price of Beam. So you've got the sort of, you know, trade-off there. But I would certainly say don't just jump for TOBII if you're a bit on the fence of it. Try the free trial of what you call it, of Beam, and even get Beam and enjoy it. And if you want better, then go for TOBII or Track IR. For TOBII, you should have got a discount. Country. Music volume, sorry. Yeah, good point. You did the first priority missions yesterday, Tlevsky, and made 240,000. Yeah, that's a good way of making cash, and it's time sensitive. So you've got until a month, March 17th, to do this priority mission stuff, and it's a good way of getting into it. But be careful. There are people camping trade lanes and so forth. Your ship is the Aurora MR starter package. It's not necessarily a bad ship. It's a standard starting ship. So there is limitations to it, but you have 3 SEU of cargo underneath. You now have a bed, a place to put your weapons and so forth. Ideally, you would be working your way and grinding up for something like an Avenger Titan or an Intrepid, or just something a little bit like a step up from the Aurora. That's like your starting ship. You're using TOBII, are you, gang? You picked up the MetaQuest 3, works pretty well with the game. Yeah, Sandman's using that. Persuaded Terror. I have my Aurora LX, and I am not going to get rid of it. I've had it since my first package, and it is going to remain under a tarp and only come out on weekends or for ship meets. So now I will try to use my phone as a cam. I was torn between eye tracking and proper VR. It's a difficult one. There are trade-offs to all, right? You've got head tracking, which is great for just jumping in and playing day-to-day normal gameplay. It really is a game changer for playing Star Citizen. VR is a lot more niche, not suited to everybody. I mean, don't get me wrong, head tracking isn't suited to everybody, but I think the majority would certainly like it. Whereas VR is very much more of a case-by-case. Not everyone likes it, not everyone wants it. Right now it's experimental mode, so I wouldn't really... Unless you are aware of the fact that it's not going to be 100% perfect. Like, don't get me wrong, VR is mind-blowing in Star Citizen. There is nothing like it. But it isn't finished, so there are still issues with it. And it's not a plug and play, let's have a great time every time. There's a lot of challenges, a lot of issues with UI and so forth. So it's a case by case, everyone's different kind of thing. Blooming kids on their mobile phones using up the local bandwidth. Oh, mate, are you having troubles? Yeah, Game Touch is another option like GameGlass. It's sort of the same thing. Yo, Dotlax, welcome. The Nomad's a great ship. You laugh, but it is a good ship. Yeah. I take it Beam doesn't support Linux either, does it not? Yeah, this game is 100% perfect and finished, so... I mean, that's the thing, you're playing a work-in-progress game using a work-in-progress system with VR. So there's problems. I just wish it was at the point where it is day-to-day. I went through a phase of playing it day-to-day in VR and loving it, but I'm sort of doing other things right now, so I'm not really finding time to play as much. And for me as a content creator, sometimes when I'm playing, if something cool is happening, I just want to hit record, whereas with VR, you've got to mess with the whole resolution, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah, nothing like VR, but it needs tweaks. It needs more work, of course, as they are already. Thank you, Deadman. You have a good day, my friend. I'm going to nip to the loot. And then we're just going to chill out and chat and see where the conversation takes us. Let me get a coffee as well while I'm chilling out. Big thank you to the org, as always, for arranging that as well. That was a lot of fun. Very much looking forward to Nix for doing that for real, though. So now's a good time, especially if you're free, to ask questions and so forth, because, not free, new, because I'm free. I'm available for the next half hour, not paying attention to gaming too much. They're not comfortable for you. You ended up sending it back, did you, country? Fair enough, mate. You've got to, that's the thing. The fact that you can refund it and return it is a good thing, right? You don't want to be stuck with it. Might be worth trying their Dream Air. That looks like it could be, or their Dream SE or whatever it's called. That looks like it's going to be a lot less heavy for you, but it's nice to be able to try it without feeling like you've just spent a ton of money on something you were stuck with. It's a difficult thing to put across with, you know, anything really. Head tracking, VR, sticks, game glass. All I can give is my, you know, my opinion and my experience. But everyone is so different. To think we'll be playing Squadron this year, all being well. Did you give it some I'm free mackers? You have to full send it if you are being served. If you are going to say that. You are? What are you on about, boo? Yo, Sniper, how you doing? Debating on upgrading my pledge ship from an Aurora to a Nomad. I would certainly say it's a decent ship to do so. The good thing about the Nomad is you've got an actual substantial amount of cargo space for any starter ship. You know, versus any starter ship. That 24 SU is a very good amount. And it can carry a vehicle. You can stick a rock on there. You can go mining. I really enjoy the Nomad. I'm just a bit sort of... I got bored of it because I used it quite a bit and then kind of grew out of it. And wanted something else. But it's still a very decent ship. Yo, Chimmy. If it hasn't already once... it gets an engineering screen that you should be able to lock open. What's that on the Nomad? The C1's nice. I got bored of that though as well, actually. It's these sort of hauling ships, they're really versatile and useful, but I just kind of... I don't know. This is why I like the Clipper. You've got not a great deal of cargo space, to be fair, but other amenities. Yeah, they'll 3D print a custom face gasket from an iPhone scan. That's pretty clever. Mixil, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. And to you as well, Maddie, for the follow. Oh, are you being served? Sorry. Oh, I don't recall the I'm free. I'm free. I never actually watched that. Are you being served? I should watch it though. Who's Mr. Humphreys? My cousins and uncle are Mr. Humphreys, actually. Although I don't think it's spelled... Oh, it is spelled that way. Great flight till the end was kind of a cool wreckage rescue. Did you manage to get anyone out? Or was that not a no-go?
One soul was rescued.
Who was that?
Bear. The rest sunk with another ship.
Ah. How much is the Clipper? More than a starter ship price. More like 120, is it? Or something like that? It's a rule. If you say I'm free, you have to full camp it. I'm free! Oh, about the door closing. Yeah, with the engineering now being able to hold it open. That's something I suspect we'll see come along a bit more this year as well as the engineering profession, or mechanic. I'm hoping 4.7 will have most of what they were trying to achieve with it, you know, without having to sort of strip it back for 4.5's release. Because there was a lot to it that, like the wear and tear, and how the power plant just sort of got all the damage, no matter what. It would be nice to be able to push that quickly. And in fact, tomorrow, we will probably hear about that to some degree, because it is Thorsten that's a member of the starcitizen live crew. So yeah, hopefully they'll address the whole, you know, state of engineering, what's next and when. Although I know they don't say when, but sometimes they do if it's like the next patch. Because it is kind of stuck at the moment. Yo, Sheep, you think you've joined Discord. How do I join your organ game? Just like that. Thank you, Sandman. Station Bob, how you doing? Do you ever go to Bar Citizens? I think there are a couple coming in the UK. I do, but I haven't in a long while. I remember arranging one, actually, in not Manchester. Where was it before it was Manchester? It was Manchester area, but it was in, like, Winslow, wasn't it? I remember we did a couple of Bar Citizens in Winslow, but I haven't been to one in a long time. I did go to some in Frankfurt during Gamescom as well. That was good. There was so many people. I would love to go to more, but with having a 3-year-old, it's just a difficult thing to do, you know, to get away. But when she gets a bit older, maybe she'll even come with us. Well, maybe not to a Bar Citizen, but you know. That might not be a good idea. Was I in Quantum Ver? No, I wasn't in Vegas. I haven't been to Vegas yet. I have no really desire, but I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I'm not really that interested. I don't gamble anyway. You may be from the colonies, but I watched a lot of Britcoms. My wife and I are just about finished with another run of The Good Life. There are some really good old shows though, weren't there? There's so many that I regularly, like Faulty Towers. In my head, there's hundreds of series of Faulty Towers because of the amount of times I watched them, not realizing there was only like 2 or maybe 3. Oh, is IQ bad then? Are you not having a good time? Yeah, Thorsten, Elliot from the missions team, and John Crew, and maybe some other ship members as well, like Ben perhaps. Yo, Crane, how you doing? I haven't checked in since 4.1. Can someone give me a TLDR of the most important additions? My advice would be to check the roadmap. Hang on. Because the roadmap will... Whoa! That's not the right screen. If I go... Here, bear with me. Let's just put that in there. Pause that. So... Since 4.1... Oh, hang on. Flipping heck, that was a while ago. We got Valakars. Loads of armor, loads of hairstyles. Wicklow is now here, which collision physics. I would say check this. and take a look at all of the patches and the things that came out. There's a lot since 4.1, like a ton. We'll be here all day just reading them off. Yeah, 6 hours of 40, that's all it is, 6 hours. But it feels like there were so many. Engineering is in, but it's not fully in for all ships. There's some ships that are quite well established with engineering, others that are kind of like a little bit here and there. But they all support it. But it's very much a big work in progress. Things aren't super obvious. Oh, is it 4.3? Do you know, Dad's Army, there was, you know, the movie. I was working in the high street in Brid at an antique shop when they filmed a lot of those scenes where, what was her name? Catherine Zeta-Jones was walking up and down the street. And I was there hiding in the window trying to get a shot. Like trying to get a picture. But they completely transformed our high street. Well, the high street. I don't live there anymore, but that was quite crazy. And we went to North Landing as well, where they showed the more landing on the beach. That was cold and windy though, so we didn't stay long. Yes, it is wild. The fleet operation is over. Unintentionally, really, where the Revenant Idris got a little too underwater and blew up. So we all went for a little rescue mission to see if we could get them out of there, but I clipped through the ship and fell into the water and didn't have my helmet on.
That's not exactly what happened.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I was getting out of atmosphere, and then Nexus said, hold up, Ryan needs to land. So I leveled out, and as I leveled out, she just dropped like a stone. It didn't matter if I boosted or flied upward, she just kept on falling. That's happened to me a couple of times now. Do you remember when I was trying to land in the Revenant? And yeah, a couple of people are saying that they tried that too. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. All right, well, we'll let you off. Maybe. Bastard. People are already posting a sea of screenshots. Yeah, I bet. Death. Poor thing. Bullying me. Unseen, how you doing? Everybody. Yeah, Open All Hours was a great one as well. Royal Family's good.
Screw up.
Yeah, we can't let that go. Open All Hours was great. The Royal Family was good. I didn't watch it all the time. See you, mate. Yeah, I'm bouncing as well. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Nexus, for the comms as always, mate.
My pleasure, sir. Have a great day.
And you. Bye-bye. That was funny. Ab-Fab. Yes, darling. That's a classic. There's so many good old British shows. No, not the original movie. No. Why is Pete not streaming today? What's that all about? Yeah, I mean, does the Moth have engineering? The Moth, again, like, they really should be putting these ships into the PTU for us to test before just rolling it out. It would just make so much more sense. My family. That rings a bell, and I can't think of what it is. My family. Didn't spell it right. Typical. I missed off the Y. Oh, yeah. I watched that a little. It wasn't really my thing with Nick. It was funny. Yeah, no, we did watch that a little bit. You're downloading the game now. What's a good organization to join? I mean, I don't want to toot our own horn, Jason. But you should probably join our org. Feel free to anyway. !org. You're more than welcome to. Don't feel forced. It is up to you. Do check out some of our older streams and see what we get up to. !org. Sadia, welcome. Pete's clearly lazy. He's a good boy, but he's clearly lazy. The moth has full engineering. Okay. They specifically said they redid the interior to remove components, so I'd say yes. Yeah, fair enough. Susan? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, our org is great at crashing Idris. I mean, if you want to learn how to do it, speak to Deacon. He's the man with the plan. You will toot the big horn. Cool group to play with. Thank you, gang. Thank you for joining us today, by the way, mate. Yeah, we were kind of split into divisions, so you've got all the different like professions that you can join with if you want to, you know, like mining division, salvage, and so forth. It is entirely up to you to join one and all of them. Do whatever you want to do, and just keep an eye on the events and see what's happening and sign up where you want to. We have cookies. Oh, we have star cookies downstairs. Now stuff works, and the light on the keyboard is as close to a plain soft white as it can be. Is it not hurting your eyes anymore? Who do we raid today, then? What time are we on, anyway? Quarter. Yeah, hopefully we get a bit more insight into engineering. What else we got? Expanding on, I suppose, getting refueling missions in as well. That's something that we should be seeing this year. Maybe even refining. I feel like they may talk about that. The good thing about this starcitizen live tomorrow is that it's with people that all sort of work together. So you've got Thorsten, who will design the actual mechanics like engineering or mining and whatnot. Like, he creates the gameplay involved in that. You've got Elliot, who designs the missions using those systems. And then you've got the ship team who get the ships to utilize those systems. So things like we should be hearing about ship refining, and missions with. I mean, I know someone's asked about towing. I really hope they answer them in a, you know, with an intention as to what they're aiming for, because there are so many things that in terms of like missions that can improve, like dynamic missions, I suppose, more than anything, with salvaging player ships, towing player ships, like we spoke about it the other day. That kind of stuff I think would just be so much better with clearing up the verse, so taking less, putting less of a need for the ship, not the ship, sorry, the density manager that cleans things up, and putting it more in the player's hands to make money. I think they just need more consistency in play so that people are out there getting it all. And I think crafting, we will probably see one of the biggest surges of game, of people playing when crafting comes along, because it drives that purpose. Even if you're not crafting yourself, there are going to be plenty of people out there who are buying all resources, all commodities, be that salvaged ships, harvested items, mined goods. There's just so much purpose behind it all. So when, you know, if they can have these dynamic missions at the same time, where a player claims his ship on insurance for whatever reason, that a ping goes out that this ship needs clearing up, sending a player out to go and do it, or even towing missions. Pioneers crafting space stations was a nice thing to. Yeah, that was. I was there, actually. I was sat down this way to Ian's left, and I mean, it was funny because they said a while back, very sort of blasely, that when it comes to building, base building, like they'd announced obviously base building was happening. Quite a bit after that, they said we'll explore the potential for space station building. But they didn't. It wasn't like a commitment. It was a we'll look into it. And then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, quite a few years later, this came about. And I mean, what a goal that's going to be. Was you there as well, Sapien? Frossetti, welcome. No ships in the PTU. It's a business decision and maximize hype. Yes, absolutely. It's a way of dropping it without any, everyone wanting to get their hands on it. But they certainly need to... I mean, it's a bad decision in terms of business. I get the intention of building hype, but the minute it comes out, everyone who buys it gets frustrated with it. Or, I mean, I haven't bought it, and I'm frustrated with it. StarCraft. You vote for Spooner? I still feel bad after I shot him to pieces when he had a bounty. Shot him right in through the closing hangar doors. I mean, if he had a bounty, you know, seems a fair game. We can send it Spooner's way. You definitely want to know what the plan is with those mining and salvage missions. They suck. Yeah, there's a lot of refinement needed there, isn't there? They're not quite what they should be. All I can think is it's to do with this new algorithm system, this mission system that they're using, where it's kind of generating things that are not quite right. Like, I love the idea of having to collect items and store them and then cash them in, but yeah, they're weird. Hard Hat, thank you for the follow. Randy, L7. Yes, the SRV needs more work. Tried a rescue in a vulture to a station. He had ran out of quantum travel fuel, and I couldn't move his vulture. What happened there? You'll be a crafter, will you, see them? So this is what I like. I love the idea of, you know, even not myself. I'm not planning to be a heavy crafter. I will craft, I'm sure, for items I need, my off-grid character and so forth. But for the most part, I will make money off of crafters. I'll go and find items. I'll dismantle items for raw materials. I may use some of it, but if I'm getting it in bulk, I'll hand it in either to our org crafters, or if I'm playing on a different account, different crafters. Yo, that's nog. Well, I mean, the way the org bank's going, I don't think we're going to worry about running costs. Yo, Blowed, do I think they're using AI to build their code with? I would be surprised if they are. I wouldn't think so. Whether or not they use much AI at all yet, I don't know. But no, I don't think they're using it to build code. I don't think they would be that stupid. John, how you doing? For those of you that use VR, how do you manage keyboard? I pretty much just remember where things are, and I accidentally hit the wrong keys now and again. Thankfully, nothing serious, but most of it I use as joysticks and button boxes. So most of my controls, the majority, are already in hand, and I know where they are from just muscle memory. When it comes to keyboards, I always try to find the F key with the little notch, and then I can kind of waver it from there. But it's not super quick. That's something I need to practice, and maybe get additional keys with indents. Do you guys remember being in a wetsuit on Port Olisar, being stuck in your bedroom because the door wouldn't open? Amazing how far we've come. A wetsuit? Do you mean your undersuit? Oh yeah, I mean, if the IRS came looking at our org bank, they will certainly see the exploits. It was like a wetsuit. I don't recall that. Quick heads up, Mike. You might want to look into one of those new communications options instead of Discord, especially since... Well, at the end of the day, we're sticking with Discord for now. We don't put anything on our Discord that is for over 18s only. So we're not gonna need to restrict it to, you know, ID if that's the case. But the way I see it is, when Star Citizen's own spectrum and their own systems can handle what Discord does for us now, we won't use Discord. We may keep it for various things, but everything Discord-based will move to their own bespoke setup. So I'm not too concerned. You can turn pass-through on. I don't like that. I don't like being able to see things other than the game. It just pulls me out of the immersion. You tracked him and the SRV said overweight. Oh wait, you were in the Vulture. Oh no, he was in the Vulture and the SRV said overweight. That's weird. Should be able to. Yeah, I mean, I play VR for the immersion. If suddenly these weird hands appeared, which I know they're kind of my own, but then, you know, if that doesn't show me the keyboard, then I still have the same problem. If it does show me the keyboard, then I have a problem with immersion. Fair enough, Mike. Each to their own, of course. We will stick to Discord for now, because we have put a lot of time and effort, well, not me, but our org has put a lot of time and effort into making it what it needs to be. Obviously, everyone has to make their own decision whether they want to use Discord or not. Eventually, we'll migrate everything into Star Citizen. Yeah, we won't have any issues at the moment. Yeah, that whole ID thing came in a while back. 12 buttons, Gene. Get binding, mate. Anyway, we've got 5 minutes left. We will be ending. I haven't tried voice command. I never actually set mine up when it first started coming out. Voice Attack and HCS voice packs, they've been around for a while with Star Citizen, and a lot of people do use them, and I can, from what I can tell, I can recommend them because it takes off a lot of the options for doing that, but I personally don't use them. You have a camera stick to your controller. Looks pretty silly when I look at my wife holding the controller in front of me, pointing at her to see what she's doing. Oh yeah, exactly. There's, you know, if they want our data, they'll find it. But I'm not freaking out about this stuff. Yo, Stormfire. I've got nothing against AI. It just needs to be used properly and mitigated. The problem is, it's like all these people that are like, see it to believe it. It's like, yeah, but can you though? You can't anymore. That's one of the reasons why I don't use Twitter. I use it for posting my announcements, and I just leave it. I haven't got it on my phone anymore. Nothing we see can be truly real or not. We just don't know. So I no longer see it to believe it. Not that I ever did, really. Anyway, I am gonna pass it on to Spooner, Citizen Spooner. I will be back. What are we on Friday? Wednesday, aren't we? So I'll be back on Friday, again 2 and 6 p.m. Have we got anything going on, or is it going to be more of a an off-grid thing? Yes, what you said, Santa popped out your fireplace the other month. It's like, whoa, hang on a minute. Well, certain companies, of course, would like to use AI versus hiring real people. Not every CEO. Rixler, welcome. I don't know, I didn't see it, I'm afraid. Yeah, need AI to identify AI content. They knew that. Scandinavian, how you doing? I use AI. I use it a lot. But I pick and choose what I use it for, and then I double check things when it's something important. But yeah. Anyway, let's pass it on to Citizen Spooner. /raid citizen. There we are. Yes, it's a tool, exactly. It isn't. It can't replace everything. It is a tool that I use for various things. Not content creation. I don't use it for the creative side of things because I like being creative. But I use it for general troubleshooting tasks. You know, advice on things, that kind of stuff. it still needs to be controlled by someone. But it's obviously a deeper conversation that I can't be bothered having. I will see you all on Friday. By then, we should have had the Star Citizen Live, which is tomorrow. A lot of information hopefully to be gleaned from that. We may even hear about the upcoming tech preview for inventory and crafting, which is going to be a good one. Looking forward to seeing that, because it might give us more of an indication as to what is coming with, if it is 4.7 it releases, with the first drop. But yeah, have a great evening. Enjoy Spooner's stream. And I will see you all soon. 07.